Fall in love with how easy car care can be. Drive into Valvoline Instant Oil Change today for a quick and easy oil change in about 15 minutes. No appointment needed. Go to VIOC.com for money-saving coupons. Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
Quick, easy, drive starts here.
Winter Park Fashion Week is back, bigger than ever. Join us February 21st at Full Sail Live for one unforgettable night where fashion, fun, and philanthropy come together. Every ticket supports our 2026 nonprofit partner, Runway to Hope. Grab your friends, grab your tickets, and experience the most stylish night in Central Florida. Grafton Wealth Advisors Winter Park Fashion Week is presented by Advent Health. Tickets are available now at winterparkfashionweek.com.
Something electric is happening at Orlando Science Center February 14 through 16. Don't miss sensational shows, robots, and other wow-worthy moments during Spark STEMfest, a multi-day celebration of inspiration, imagination, and innovation. Get tickets and more info at osc.org.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. Good news, commercial and SBA loan rates are falling too. Get a quote to refinance your business loan today at thatmortgageguyDon.com.
With that mortgage guy, Don.
Orlando, Joe Rossi here for Greenway Kia. This may be a short month, but it could be a big one for your trade. Trade values can vary by thousands depending upon where you go. But at Greenway Kia, over 40 Greenway dealerships compete to buy your trade. And that competition could mean up to $10,000 over Kelley Blue Book fair market value. Shop one of the area's largest Kia inventories at greenwaykias.com. We make the deals other dealers won't. I'm Joe Rossi, and I want to see you in a Greenway Kia.
Negative equity refinanced expires 3/5/26.
Get ready, Mount Dora. February 20th through 22nd, the Highland Festival returns. Enjoy bagpipes, Highland athletes, Celtic music, dancing, and more. Sponsored by Guinness, Discover Lake, WJRR 101.1, Real Radio 104.1, and City of Mount Dora. Blankets and chairs encouraged.
Taxes was waiting on the refund you needed yesterday.
All right, your car repair is going to run about $3,000.
Now Taxes is getting back on the road with TurboTax and Credit Karma, where you can get your refund up to 5 days faster and get personalized guidance to take every dollar further. Now this is Taxes. Intuit Credit Karma with TurboTax. Deposit a federal refund into Credit Karma money account and early submission of refund data by IRS required. Terms apply. Banking services provided by MVB Bank, Inc. Member FDIC. Credit Karma is not a bank.
To everyone looking for a little something extra, Delicious Rewards has officially arrived at Culver's.
With Delicious Rewards, you earn 10 points for every dollar you spend. Those points can be redeemed for free menu items. Because the more you enjoy Culver's, the more we love rewarding you for it. You'll even get special treats every now and then just for being a fan, plus a more personalized Culver's experience. Join today at culvers.com/earn and start earning points with every purchase.
From Wisconsin with love, welcome to Delicious. To everyone who loves sharing a great meal, let us tell you about our Wisconsin fish fry at Culver's.
We hand batter our cod and walleye so your meal tastes homemade. Our walleye is only around for a limited time, so when it's here, we make sure every bite is worth it. Since we cook our food fresh, you and your family get a satisfying crunch every single time. It's the same with our butterfly jumbo shrimp. It's made to order and golden fried to perfection. So grab your loved ones and join us for one of our favorite traditions. From Wisconsin with love,
welcome to Delicious.
Join Jim Colbert on The Jim Colbert Show for his Cigar of the Week segment every Friday afternoon at 3:45. You can pick up these featured cigars at all 3 Corona Cigar Company locations, Dr. Phillips, Heathrow, and downtown. Learn more at coronacigar.com.
I'm Mark Anajar.
I'm Glenn Lavine.
I'm Ellie Anajar.
And we're Anajar and Lavine. Experience the Anajar and Lavine difference by calling us with any of your legal needs. Call 1-800-747-FREE for a free consultation and take back control of your life.
In Office Orlando.
This is the story of the one. As the purchasing manager at a manufacturing plant, she knows the only thing more important than having the right safety gear is having it there when you need it. That's why she partners with Granger for auto reordering, so her team members can count on her to have cut-resistant gloves on hand, and each shift can run safely and efficiently. Call 1-800-GRANGER, click Granger.com, or just stop by. Granger, for the ones who get it done.
Are you a fraud-paying American? 1 in 4 tax-paying Americans have been victim of identity fraud. With LifeLock, your identity, if it's stolen, they fix it guaranteed or your money back. And last year, billions in refunds were stolen. Could be from your salary, overtime, or second job. Gone. But this year, you don't need to stay a victim. Because this tax season, fraud-paying American is something no American should have to claim. Save up to 40% off your first year with the promo code BECK. Visit LifeLock.com. Terms do apply.
Need more animals, more gators, and more fun? Y'all need Gatorland.
Broadcasting live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeartRadio station. Guaranteed human.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Friend. F-R-I-E-N-D. Friend. Enter it now at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. The News Junkie is on. The three best friends you never knew you had, running through the most viral stories of the day. The News Junkie Sean Wasson with Sabrina and C-Lane.
It is Thursday, February 12th, 2025. Lots to get to today, from a new Nancy Guthrie clue to Pam Bondi melts down during an intense Epstein debate, and a reality TV star fired after a blooper goes viral. Plus your calls, dispatches, emails, texts, and more. Hey there, Sabrina.
Hello.
Hello, C-Lane.
What's happening?
And hello to you. You can join us on the show today. All you have to do is send us a dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch today. You can also watch the show on YouTube and twitch.tv/thenewsjunkie. Your message is rolling right into the studio in real time. How's everybody doing on a Thursday?
Pumped. Yeah, pumped. What are we pumped for?
I'm pumped for Thursday.
Yeah.
Fritz on the streets.
That's right, yeah.
Let's
Fritz on the
go.
street coming up in a couple hours on the show, so we'll see what happens with that. You can join in on the action. If we pick one of you to play for, then you might be able to win a prize a little bit later on in the show on Fritz on the Street, the greatest game in all of radio. Right now, let's put our ears to the ground, our fingers on the pulse, and let's see what's happening in this great, big, wide world of ours. We go to New York City. New York City. That's right. New York City, the big old apple and all that stuff, where they found a secret entrance to the Underground Railroad in New York City. That's right. They found a secret entrance to the Underground Railroad. And when I saw it, when they unveiled this on the news, I'll play it for you in just a second here. When they unveiled it, I go, oh, this wouldn't have worked. This would not have worked in 2026.
Well, we also just
Why,
found
we're too
it.
fat for it?
Oh, yeah. Here we go. All right, let's check in with the story from Spectrum News here. All right, they're opening the drawer.
Oh, wow.
And underneath these drawers is the path to freedom. Once removed, there's a hatch.
That's how big it
That
is.
hole is so small.
Heard that before.
There is no.
If I had a nickel.
Bro, modern day Americans would have been all done for. There is no. I mean, the hole is the size of a cat door that they had inside this drawer that you pull out, and then it goes down to like an underground cavern.
Well,
but it's no bigger around than maybe like a shoebox or something.
I'm a little claustrophobic looking at it, but if you find yourself wanting freedom via Underground Railroad and you're a little too big, in 2026, you do a couple rounds of Ozempic and
You might have to.
come back.
This is a
Grease
GLP
yourself
hole.
up a little bit.
Yeah, if I've ever seen a GLP hole, this is one that we're looking at right here. But they just found this for whatever reason, and they're showing it off. It's so weird. It reminds me of, there was an episode of Seinfeld. that
Shut up,
this
Sean
reminds me
Patrick's
of.
Day.
There is an episode of Seinfeld that, what's he say? Sealand's like, I'm not going to make it.
Damn, not going to make it.
I ain't going to make it. Are you kidding me? I don't even know if Sabrina would make it. No average human would make it in 2026. It's literally the size of a cat door.
I might make it, but I would be farting on the way out for
All
sure.
right, give me this here. If you lock yourself out of your house, Sabrina, and the only way to get back in is a cat door, could you make it through a cat door?
Cat door? Absolutely
Yeah.
not.
No?
That one? I mean, that looks like the size of a very big tile, right? Board game. Maybe the size of a Monopoly board.
Let's stick with cat door. Everybody knows how big a cat door is. I really think it's about like not maybe a foot tall. Yeah. And you could squeeze through there. I feel like you might be able to get through a cat door. But C-Lane and I are just we're done.
Yeah.
We're back
You're
to
gonna
the
have
plantation.
to put the dresser drawer back.
Yeah, it's not going to work. But the dresser drawer reminds me of this episode of Seinfeld they had where Kramer, I think it was Kramer, had these little Olympians living in the drawers in his house. These huge.
Oh yeah, that one. What?
He had these huge drawers in his house, like for a big dresser. Kramer did, and he would pull them out. And then the Olympians would crawl in the dresser drawers because they were so big, and then he would shut them. And then he made the mistake. He was supposed to wake them up for the Olympics, but Kramer forgot, and they were stuck inside the drawers.
No, there was another factor to that. Is that when he had the hot tub inside, and then the steam warped the wood, and they were all locked inside?
Then he started screaming the N-word all.
Stupidest show ever. Oh God! Well, let's see what else
your
happens.
Tongue.
Let's see what else happens with this Underground Railroad secret passage they found.
And then you can see this rectangular opening cut into the floorboards, which leads to an enclosed space about 2 feet by 2 feet. A ladder then leads down to the ground floor.
You guys knew this was here.
Yes, we...
Still not saying anything?
We knew it, but we didn't really understand what we were looking at.
Now they know. The merchant's house was also a safe house for enslaved Africans who escaped bondage.
You know what? Of all the things to find in your house, that's a pretty cool one. I'm not going to lie, though. If I wanted to find the coolest hidden thing in my old house, if I had one, it would definitely still be like a speakeasy kind of thing. That would still be the coolest thing. But this is pretty cool as well. And they found this at this place in New York City, a passage to the Underground Railroad for back in the day. All right, there you go. A close call here in the opening clip front brings us to Shanghai, China. And I might as well just show you guys this because this is horror central. The ground just completely opened up in this area in Shanghai, China. I'll put this up on See It Now so everybody can get a peek of this. But let me run it for the YouTubers and Twitch folks. Here it is in Shanghai, China. The ground just... opens up.
Showing a little lower, huh?
Completely swallows all of this stuff. And what are these people doing here?
I never get that.
Bro, run! Get out! I was trying to get down the Underground Railroad door to get that. Maybe not underground. That would be bad. This is underground. But they're just standing around.
We're going to fit down that one, Sean.
Mm-hmm.
It's barely.
Definitely.
Still.
I don't know if you're ever going to go anywhere after that. But.
We're just barely going to squeeze in this one. It's a couple football fields big, possibly. They're all just kind of standing, folks. Like imagine the ground opens up. You're in some movie about the end of the world, and a huge fissure opens up, and the ground completely, reveals itself, and then you are looking over the edge, looking down into it.
If
that
I
ain't me.
Remember correctly, it keeps opening up.
Yeah, it could. Yeah, well, no, this does.
Satan's hell.
They're standing on the precipice of this massive sinkhole and just steps away from absolute. Oh, look, it's still going.
Yeah,
run.
God.
Idiots. Finally, they run. Finally, they run out of there.
See that coming.
Very, very bizarre.
Hole.
So a visual here. Obviously, I'll put this up on See It Now because this is an unbelievable shot of the ground opening up in Shanghai, China.
New nightmare for Sab.
Yeah, they were like right on the edge of this, and they're like, well, I think we're going to be okay. Let's all just be looky-loos. There's nothing wrong with this right now. Not a great idea, to say the least. But there you go. I'm putting it up right now over on the See It Now section of the News Junkie app. This is how, when something is a visual on the show, I understand you're listening to it on this fine radio station. China hole opens up. There you go.
China hole.
It is ready for you. China hole will do the trick. I think you'll know what we're getting at. Shanghai is where this took place, just for the record. And now I've got it up for you. Go over to thenewsjunkie.com. In the See It Now section, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. It's pretty crazy. All right, there you go. We got Fritz on the street in a couple of hours, as we were saying there. Yeah, all right.
Woo!
Feeling 0% confident.
I forgot
as
everything
per
that
usual.
happened.
Yeah, feeling 0% confident. Did want to talk just for a moment about something from yesterday. C-Lane had found at the tail end of the show that James Vanderbeek, actor, Dawson's Creek star, all the rest, had died. He had passed away after a public bout with cancer. Fatality. And he got to the point where some people get mad at this. You know, I, for a lot of personal reasons, do not get mad at this at all. But some people get mad because he got to the point where he was like, I don't want to do the regimen anymore. I don't like, he was like, they told me I'm not going to make it through. So I don't want my final months to be as sick as I would otherwise be, which is a decision that some people make. And I think it should be something that's a personal decision. And that's what he did. He decided that he wanted to get away from all the chemotherapy and treatments after fighting for quite a while, but wanted to be as healthy as he could in the run-up. And for those of you who don't know, if you seek out chemotherapy or radiation treatment or any of these other treatments you might do, it really, what it does is basically brings you to the verge of death in an effort to kill all the cancer inside your body and bring you right close to death. But then you recover and the cancer doesn't recover. That's legitimately what chemotherapy does inside the human body. And so if you don't make it through, your whole time, maybe if you have 6 months left, will be you very ill. You'll be losing your hair. You'll be frail. He didn't want to do that. And last year he had posted this video of himself. He posted, I don't want to start with it. I'll save it for later. Have you guys seen the video he posted?
No.
He posted a video.
End of the year, like New Year or something?
I don't know. I think he was in the hospital or like maybe just at home sitting there. I hesitate to play it now, but it is just so interesting to me. Here he is. Here's James Vanderbeek, and then the story about him in just a moment after his passing yesterday. But this is the clip that got me.
Today's my birthday, and it has been the hardest year of my life.
Have you seen this?
I wanted to share something that I learned with y'all. When I was younger, I used to define myself as an actor, right? Which was never really all that fulfilling. And then I became a husband, and that was much better. And then I became a father, and that was the ultimate. I could define myself then as a loving, capable, strong, supportive husband, father, provider, steward of the land that we're so lucky to live on. And for a long time, that felt like a really good definition to the question, who am I? What am I? And then this year, I had to look my own mortality in the eye.
So this is after, obviously, he figured out that he had cancer and that his time was limited. And he's talking about just trying to struggle with who he was as a person. Who am I? And at first it was like, I'm me, then I'm an actor, then I'm a husband, and then I'm a father, and then
a steward of the land.
And a steward of the land, and then he found out that he had cancer.
I had to come nose to nose with death. And all of those definitions that I cared so deeply about were stripped from me. I was away for treatment, so I could no longer be a husband that was helpful to my wife. I could no longer be a father who could pick up his kids and put them to bed and be there for them. I could not be a provider because I wasn't working. I couldn't even be a steward of the land because at times I was too weak to prune all the trees during the window that you're supposed to prune them.
Out there pruning the trees.
And so I was faced with the question, if I'm just a too skinny, weak guy alone in an apartment with cancer, what am I?
Oh.
And I meditated and the answer came through. I am worthy of God's love. Simply because I exist.
This is like a guy trying to figure out what it's all about.
Shouldn't I also be worthy of my own? And the same is true for you. And as I move through this healing portal toward recovery, I wanted to share that with you because I think that revelation that came to me was due in no small part to all the prayers and the love that had been directed toward me. So I offer that to you, however it sits in your consciousness, however it resonates, run with it. And if the word God trips you up, I certainly don't know I can't claim to know what God is or explain God. My efforts to connect to God are an ongoing process that is a constant unfolding mystery to me. But if it's a trigger, it feels too religious, you can take the word God out and your mantra can simply be, I am worthy of love. Because you are. Thank you for the love and prayers, everyone. Have a blessed day.
Damn, man. I thought that was pretty brutal. It's just like him kind of struggling with what life is all about and how definitions of what you're supposed to be and what you are really kind of get washed out when you realize that you only have a limited amount of time left. And true for anybody who's been anywhere near that. He seemed like, I didn't know him. I didn't know from anybody. Seems like a nice guy. Seems like a good dude.
6 children, man.
6 kids left behind. 6 kids left behind. And now because
everybody go watch Varsity Blues, man.
You're right. Give the family some residuals. They have to have a GoFundMe for the family of this guy, which was just so crazy to me to even consider that would be the case. And there were like a lot of celebrities jumping up and donating. I'm looking at it right now. $1.46 million.
Oh, they really have one.
No, for real. Yeah.
I thought you were.
No, he left. Apparently, he left. He left 6 kids behind, and his wife, obviously, James Vanderbeek did. And he spent all the money trying to keep himself, alive toward the end, and just kind of ran out of money because of. He was an actor. He didn't have health insurance. He didn't have like a rigid, structured job. He wasn't. Yeah, he hasn't been acting for years, especially now that he was sick and stuff. So they had to do a damn GoFundMe, which is like such a condemnation of the health insurance system, I think, really, in the United States of America. But anyhow, hate to start off on a foot like that, but I thought it was a really great message from him. So we'll put that behind us and we'll move along here. It was something to look at. We got your emails coming in. We got updates, big updates, in fact, on the Nancy Guthrie case. They found a clue. They found a clue in the Nancy Guthrie case. What did they find? And what does it all mean? That new info is on the way, and it's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Lavine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Lavine at 1-800-747.
Hello. On most of the major roadways, you're still going to run into some trouble on I-4 though. Eastbound.
Do an 8 to 12 here?
Yes, please. Let's do it.
Osceola Parkway and Apopka Vineland Road due to an earlier accident. That's off to the shoulder now. Just move over and slow down.
All right, everybody, stand by. Let me fire up Gene, the cameraman.
Call the Valvoline instant oil change traffic tip line at 866-676.
Welcome behind the scenes on the show.
From the traffic center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Everdor Garage Door.
Lots of breaking news today. Lots of breaking news. Excited to have you on board. Hello, YouTube. Hello, Twitch. Hey to everybody. Hit that like stream. Hit that like button on the stream if you don't mind. Hit the like over on YouTube to spread the word. All right, we're back with this brand new clue. Number 1, a new clue in the search for Nancy Guthrie. And number 2, Savannah Guthrie just made a new post. What is it? What's going on? We'll get into that in a moment. Thank you, Shannon. Hey, Unfettered. Hey, Rage. Team Sean unite, everybody. Yes, Team Sean. Still alive and kicking, as per usual. Why bring us down to the start of the show, Dick McGee? Well, I don't know. I was considering whether I should do that or not. I've been trying to do something new as of late, which is not cram into the first segment something like divisive and controversial that's going to be sandpaper-ish a little bit to a certain portion of the audience. And I like to start off with more fun or more interesting. Every once in a while you go a different route. I thought that was a really great video. I thought it was an emotional video, and I think it's important to think about things like that, even if you don't want to sometimes. And I stand by all my previous points on this. That is, to me, the fact that this father of 6 who was on one of the most famous television shows of the 90s or whatever, was in a bunch of movies that a lot of us have watched, including Varsity Blues, and yet bankrupted on the way out by the health insurance conglomerates because he didn't have a traditional job, a traditional workload, and therefore traditional health insurance, and he did have cancer. We have the greatest health care in the world in the United States of America. We have the best healthcare workers anywhere on planet Earth. If you gave me a spawn point anywhere on this planet, anywhere out here on this map, anywhere, and then I got sick, I got cancer or something, I would say take me to the United States of America. That's where I trust the doctors. That's where I trust the healthcare system. However, our insurance system is an absolute travesty. And you can see it in cases like this. Now let's move along. We've learned a lesson, hopefully. All right, here we go. We got this new clue. New clue surfacing in the Nancy Guthrie case. Very interesting stuff. We'll see what you think about this. We got some emails from you. Everybody wants to be anonymous today. A lot of anonymous emails. What do they want? We're going to find out. All right, here we go. Coming back.
Douglasville, Georgia should be proud of Ilana Myers-Taylor, who is rewriting the definition of longevity. As the most decorated black Winter Olympian in history, she returns to the driver's seat for her 5th games, determined to chase one medal she has yet to win, gold. Balancing motherhood and elite competition, she navigates the icy track with veteran precision. Myers-Taylor isn't just sliding for a medal, she's sliding for a legacy. For more Winter Games gold, search Olympics on the iHeartRadio app.
Win $25,000 in free impact windows from Maurice Windows. Text TRUST to 20129.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Friend. 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 Enter it now at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
Hear it here first. Then everyone else will catch up in a week or 2 or 4. You're listening.
And the search for Nancy Guthrie has just surfaced, plus a new video from Savannah Guthrie. We'll reveal those as we continue following that case in just a moment here on the show. Send in your dispatches. Record yours right now at thenewsjunkie.com, thenewsjunkie.com, or email the show. Everybody so far wants to be anonymous. It's like, keep me anonymous, keep me anonymous, keep me. All right. We'll see what you guys got. I got some emails here lined up. We'll see what you want to be anonymous for. If you want to be anonymous, put that on top. Otherwise, email your thoughts, whatever you have on your mind today at tips@thenewsjunkie.com. Before we get into this Savannah Guthrie, Nancy Guthrie clue update thing, I did see today, and I do find this to be very interesting, they're going to be using Elon Musk's boring company, meaning like the company that digs holes in the ground. Mm-hmm. They're going to make a tunnel in Orlando, Florida.
I think they had talked about that, right?
Yeah, now they have tapped the boring company from Elon Musk to do a tunnel between Universal Studios and Epic Universe. They're going to build a tunnel.
Interesting.
They're literally going to be like drilling underground, boring, if you will, underground, and making a transit tunnel connecting Universal Orlando and Epic Universe.
That's cool.
Now, there's a couple of thoughts on this. Like, some people are like, well, are they going to do what they did in Vegas? Which to me is stupid. It's so dumb. Don't do the Vegas thing. It's so, oh, wow. Look, we dug a tunnel in Vegas. You get in your Tesla or whatever car, and you go into the tunnel, and then it like pulls you along, and you go in like a loop, and it's not even fast, really, I don't think. And it's just so stupid and useless.
Isn't it really
small? Sorry.
What? One at a time? What?
Isn't that the thing he brought like Gail King along with, and it was just like a weird car ride?
I don't know who was in it, but yeah, there's nothing to it. It's not really exciting. It's just like, I'm underground right now. Okay. I think they should build a literal underground railroad. I think they should put, they have going from one Universal Park to the other.
The Harry Potter train.
Yeah, from Universal to Islands of Adventure and back. They got the Harry Potter train. Make that, but underground.
That's what I imagine
Boring
that's what
hole.
they're doing. Everyone's been at Epic.
That's
the
way
three
better.
of us. So they do.
Yeah.
They have like their tunnels ready, the vortex to go into each world. So I imagine that's going to be the theme.
Yeah, but if they go, okay, you want to go to Epic Universe, get on this train, and you get on the train and it goes underground and you zoot over to Epic Universe and you pop up in Harry Potter land over there, that would be, I mean, come on. Now that we're talking, but not for cars, please. It's a waste of time.
Sorry, you don't have a Tesla. Can't
Yeah,
come.
they said a representative for a company that's part of this project confirmed the scope involves connecting the different Universal Parks and City Walk to reduce traffic, and make it easier for tourists to visit all Universal properties. Just don't put cars down there. A train, all right? A train. Somebody says, Florida is too close to the aquifer. Well, I'm going to trust that they know more about that than you do. I'm going to trust the ground diggers that they know more about this than you do, and they can build the Underground Railroad without your help.
It has to be a different name, Sean.
We'll see. Well, I mean, what else? It's underground, and it will be a railroad.
I mean, subway works just fine.
That it's not really going to be a subway. Subway implies, in some way, at least to me, that there's going to be multiple destinations. Like you're going to go, you can be able to traverse the city. You can't do that in this. Well, not yet, at least. We'll see what happens. Let us know what you think, and if you would ever try that, go over to thenewsjunkie.com right now. But they're going to be boring. They're going to be taking their stupid little machine and starting to dig into the ground. I had thought my entire life, and I still think, by the way, that the future of travel is up, all right? It's not down. I don't know why we're like mole men going into the ground to bypass traffic. The way to bypass traffic is up, where we were told that there were going to be flying cars, that there was going to be hoverboards, that there was going to be ways for us to zoot around like the Jetsons or something, and not mole men. I don't want to be a mole man. I want to be a Jetson, okay? If that's a possibility, I would like to choose that. Thank you very much.
That was
yes.
good, Eli.
I want one of that's my little Jetsons. Space. Yeah, I'm flying around. They still have a steering wheel on them for some reason. I don't know why they have a steering wheel on them, but they do. Me and Courtney are flying along, and all you suckers that are mole men down
look
on
like
the
a
ground.
steering wheel?
Death to mole men. Yeah, I think, right? Didn't they have a little steering wheel in the front?
Let me see. The Jetsons.
Yeah,
Jetsons car.
Because as far as we know, albeit from a very, very long time ago, the Jetsons vehicles were the future. That's
it was
what
like
we
a
were supposed
stick.
Was it?
Yeah.
I'm trying to bring it up.
I think it looked more like a helicopter,
like a joystick kind of thing. Yeah. All right. They're flying around in that. But tell me that's not a better way than going underground.
Not when you get pulled over by that Jetson cop there. Where do you even get pulled over to?
Let me tell you something. If I'm in a space vehicle, ain't no cop pulling me over. It ain't happening. On the land, I'll do it. Underground with the mole men, I'll do it.
Do you, like the Jetsons, I already know the answer to this question. Do you have a separate little flying vehicle for your dog, or does the dog go in the main vehicle with you?
Lady is in the main vehicle, and you know it.
Astro was not allowed in the
Jetsons car. Poor Astro.
Did you see? Look, is there one of those pictures? Yeah, you can see it right there.
With all the technology, why can't the dog be in there with them?
Because dogs are gross. In the 50s, they were gross.
They invented a flying car and a flying car
by the way,
for the dog, and you can't have some sort of great shampoo that makes sure your dog don't smell.
It's on a tether, okay?
Well, yeah, that's because Elroy is holding the leash.
Well, of course.
That doesn't make any sense.
This is how much they cared about dogs back then when this was done. What was it, Jetsons? 50s, 60s?
Something like that.
Something like that. So the different world with dogs. Now we all love our dogs and they sleep in our beds and stuff. But back then that wasn't the case. And they have the Jetsons flying vehicle above ground. That part's right. Then Elroy, the little baby, has a tether, like a string, which goes to a second vehicle where the dog is flying around. So a little kid could just release the dog and then he's floating out into space. and never to be seen again. This is what they thought about dogs back then. But that's not how it's going to be in my future. My future is we're not mole men underground, death to the mole men. I want to be above land. I want to be flying around, no traffic. Who cares about the cops when you're flying around? And lady, my dog is coming inside the vehicle. It's 2026, baby. Let's change things. But I'll still do the Underground Railroad thing if you want to do that, at least to get me from one park to another.
I mean,
let us know what you think.
Your description of it is a little more close if it's the Tesla, because that just looks very claustrophobic.
It's tiny. Yeah.
Maybe we have to walk.
It's too far. It's too far for the average American. They're not going to be able to pull that off, I don't think. But we want to see what you think. Would you ever try that? Would you ever go in one of these things that the Boring Company, Elon Musk's Boring Company, is involved in? Let us know. Send us a dispatch at thenewsjunkie.com. All right. I've got a bunch on this Guthrie update. Should we take a break? We could do that now, right? Can we or no? Yeah. Let me know. Just say
I would take a break.
Okay.
All right. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll get into the update and the new clue in the Nancy Guthrie search. We'll also get into Pam Bondi's meltdown. I've got a ton of clips today. We're going to get to all of it. It's all on the way, and it's all coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio is the Jim Colbert Show. It's smart, it's stupid, and slightly unhinged. The Jim Colbert Show. Weekdays at 3 on Real Radio.
Skull mic activated. Mills here? We can, yeah. Want to do it? All right. Folks, stand by. I got to do a quick live read, and then I have a big question for you, okay? Big question for you.
Happy Thursday, Central Florida. I'm Fox 35.
Stand by for a live read. Like nothing you ever seen.
By Mills Air.
Happy Thursday, Central Florida. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your forecast. And for today, we are going to be expecting another warm one. Temperatures will be climbing into the mid and upper 70s with a high of 76 degrees today in Orlando. We'll also be expecting about a 10 to 20% chance of a stray shower or two. These will be very isolated, quick moving, and overall pretty light. Temperatures will continue to climb towards the end of this week and especially into the weekend with highs nearing 80 degrees by Saturday. A cold front arrives Sunday, bringing increasing rain chances. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by Audible. It's time to take care of you. Who better to help you than the top voices in well-being on Audible? Kickstart your well-being journey with your first audiobook free when you sign up for a 30-day trial at audible.com/wellbeing.
Folks, let me tell you about Mills Air. If your AC has any problems, homeowners, AC, any problems at all, remember Mills Air. That's it. It's as easy as that. You don't have to go old school and crack open the yellow pages. You don't have to Google and try to get past all the AI responses and ads everywhere. All you have to do is remember Mills Air. It's as easy as that. And you get a fantastic company, a locally owned and operated company, a family owned and operated company, a company that is worthy of your support and trust, Mills Air. If you have a problem with your AC, call them. Get on the phone, 407-277-1159. You will have an incredibly nice person pick up the other end of that phone. They will say, what's going on? How fast can we get you set up for an appointment? How quickly can we get this fixed the right way and fairly for you, price-wise? 407-277-1159 for Mills Air, or find them online at millsair.com.
Are your investments in the right accounts?
All right, I'm back. Stan Bizzle. Okay. Question for you. I just saw a poll on this, and I was like, I wonder where chat is at. Do you think, chat, before we get into the Nancy Guthrie updates here. Do you think that plant-based milk alternatives should be able to call themselves milk? I hear people argue about this all the time, and I saw the poll. Do you think plant-based milk alternatives should be allowed to call themselves milk? 41% in the YouGov poll said yes, 38% said no. 21% of you are fence sitters on the milk sitch. And that is unacceptable. Because milk is milk. Milk comes out of a teat with a nip on the end. You squeeze it out, you refine it if you want to, you pasteurize it if you got a brain, you drink some milk with your cookies, your cake, what have you. But what you don't do is squeeze an almond and ever get a drop of anything anybody should ever call milk out of it. Plants don't have milk. Nuts don't have milk. Milk is milk. All right? Milk is milk. Milk still comes out of nuts? Wrong. Nut water comes out of nut. Nut juice comes out of nut. It ain't milk, and they've been lying for too long. I don't lose sleep over it? Well, you're not concerned with the serious stuff then. Not juice? Nut juice. Nut juice does have a ring to it? After show teat stream? No, that ain't happening. Coconut milk, not milk. Not milk. Wait, hold on. Does coconut milk have milk in it? If coconut milk is a mixture of coconut water and milk, fine. Otherwise, no, not. That stuff should be called milk. It should be called milk substitute, maybe, or just, it's not milk. It's not. And the idea that more people in the UK said, yes, it's okay for all this stuff to be called milk when it's not, shows how far the empire has fallen. It's truly over. It's truly over. I have white residue. Am I milkweed? No. Oat milk is my favorite. It's not milk, though. It's oat juice, Rachel. That's what you're getting. It's oat juice. Almonds do make nut juice, yeah. If it ain't milk, don't call it milk. We can't do that with anything else. I can't make Sean's tater tots and then on the ingredients put vagina if there's no vagina in there. Sean's tater tots don't contain vagina. You can't put it in there. It's absolutely outrageous. And you know I'm right. Everyone with a brain knows I'm right. I think I'm right on this one. I'm in the arena of right. All right, we're coming back.
That's why she partners with Granger for auto reordering, so her team members can count on her to have cut-resistant gloves on hand, and each shift can run safely and efficiently. Call 1-800-GRANGER, click Granger.com, or just stop by. Granger, for the ones who get it done.
Rasmussen University's mix of online and on-campus options means you can earn a degree from home or connect with others in person across 5 states. Wherever you are, your education moves with you. Learn more at rasmussen.edu. That's rasmussen.edu.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
On a constant quest to stay calm, like that bear in the hammock. This is
Really getting into a fight there with the chat folks during the break, but worth it. Absolutely needed to be done. I can't stand for this stuff anymore, and it's time to put my foot down. I saw this poll, and I can't believe how many fence sitters there are on this issue. I'll get to the Nancy Guthrie update in just a moment here, I promise, because this is a relatively unimportant story. But I did just see it, and it did just grab my attention. And this story was about whether or not people in this polling data think it's acceptable to call anything that's not actually milk, a plant-based milk alternative, milk. So oat milk, soy milk, all of those things. When they asked this to these people, 5,000 actual human beings with beating hearts, 41% of people said it should be able to be called milk if it's not milk, and 38% said no. And I'm most concerned with 21% of people sitting on the fence on this issue, when you all should know better. If it ain't milk, it ain't milk, and they shouldn't be able to put it in the title. But I'm really, really amazed at how many people
wouldn't have such
split.
fun terms as nut milk.
True.
Nut milk ain't milk. It's nut juice at best.
I don't know about that.
They've been really trying to, I'm trying not to say milk. They've been really trying to milk the situation where the milk industry has spent so much money advertising, and they just slide in behind it.
Well, then
why it's not milk?
Why has the milk industry not won some grand lawsuit against the nut milk people? Because we already know that there's some sort of legal precedence that that forces people that make like fake chicken wings or like chicken wings that don't have bones inside them or aren't necessarily made of wing meat, that have to spell it with a Y. Or spell it CHIKN.
Right, that's what they should have to do.
So,
or with crab, doesn't crab have that with a K?
Yeah.
But it's the fake stuff. This says the Ninth Circuit Court affirms the dismissal of an almond milk labeling lawsuit. In an unpublished opinion, the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals affirmed the dismissal of a class action lawsuit against Blue Diamond growers. The lawsuit alleged the company's almond milk products were mislabeled under Food and Drug Administration law. Use of the term almond milk misled customers into thinking the products were nutritionally equivalent to dairy milk. And they dismissed the case. I cannot believe this is an injustice.
I thought it was already determined that, milk from cows isn't all that nutritional. Doesn't really.
Yeah, you could get stuff out of it, right? I mean, there's I know it was overblown. I think if that's what you're referring to, Sabrina, they were like, milk does a body good.
Helps your bones grow.
Yeah, like my mom would literally be like, drink up all that milk. It helps your bones grow. And I
it does. It has calcium in it.
Now,
it doesn't help your bones grow. This is lies. This is lies. Like
milk help bones grow?
Your bones grow on their own. You don't need any milk.
Milk helps bones grow and stay strong by providing a rich, bioavailable source of calcium, phosphorus, and protein.
Found the big milk guy.
During childhood and adolescence.
Found the big
What's
milk
the
guy.
website that's from? Milk.com?
It is from
the
University of Rochester.
I don't trust them. At the University of Rochester.
Okay, I do want to throw something at you, though, because I went to look at the definition of milk. Do we trust Merriam-Webster, the dictionary?
Only sometimes. It depends.
Well,
on milk, I might, though. What do
He
they
only
have?
trusts the things that back up his stance here.
No, that's not true. I only trust the things that they haven't changed because they were trying to be politically correct or something. But what do they say for milk?
Now I feel like I'm just going to throw this out there, and I already know your response, but here we go. It does say a fluid secreted by the mammary glands of females for the nourishment of their young. B, milk from an animal, and especially a cow, used as food by people. B2, a food product produced from seeds or fruit that resembles and is used similarly to cow's milk.
Get out of here with that nonsense.
I'm just reading.
That's propaganda right there. It's like grandma's propaganda.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
No, that's what
grandma didn't have teeth.
You screaming like a proper grandpa.
No, I probably am.
You are a proper grandpa.
I'm saying to everybody, get off the fence, take a side. I don't think that if you take a bunch of nuts and squeeze some kind of fluid out of them, that you have made milk. I don't think that, and I don't think you do either. So why are we letting them lie to us?
Gross.
Nut juice might not be good branding. I agree with you. I think that that's not good. I think that there are other things they could come up with.
Almond cream, nut cream.
That sounds good.
That sounds like college.
Well, I know what you could do with, you could do that. But I also think it's more legitimate as to what it is. You've squeezed something and you've got some sort of liquid to come out of it.
Yeah, but then the cream people are going to come after you.
The cream people can fight their own wars. I don't care about the cream people. That's further down the road from milk.
I don't know how you're going to fight almond and oat milk people.
I could take them on. They're in a
you
not
are
a
just
single
a tiny
oat milk
oat
drinker.
man.
No,
It's
there's not a
corporate.
single oat. We're talking at the same time. There's not a single oat milk drinker in the audience that could take me down. Not one of you, okay? Not a single one of you oat milk drinkers. So I'm not worried about that contingency of the audience. I'm only worried about the facts. The facts are milk comes from an animal's teat, and those of you who can't take a stance on this are lost. It's not a great American cause or anything, but it's one of those things where we got to face the facts. We can't let them change the definitions of everything until nothing means anything anymore. Back in my day, yeah, that's right. Back in my day, milk had a meaning, and that meaning was that it came out of an animal and you're drinking it. And soy milk is garbage. So take a side, everybody. There will be no fence sitters. There will be no don't know crowd in this. As a matter of fact, I'll put it up right now. Is oat milk? No, I can't phrase it that way. Should plant-based milk? That's what we'll do. Plant-based milk be called milk? All right, I'm putting this up at thenewsjunkie.com/poll. You guys will be the final say in this, and I'll join your side.
In Spanish cultures, soy milk is just regular cow's milk that speaks for itself.
This is a good point, C-Line.
Oh, yes, because of the word soy. I see. Yeah, no, I mean, I didn't know if this was something about Spanish culture and milk that I didn't know.
Well, what it's more is now, yeah.
More nonsense than anything else. Join a side here in this battle. Go to thenewsjunkie.com/poll, thenewsjunkie.com/poll. I will accept your answers as a people, and then we'll move on from this because there are far more important things to talk about here on planet Earth, and I know you have thoughts on them. So, all right, here we go. A couple of emails coming into the show. Let's see what we got. This person says, I'd like to be anonymous, to tips@thenewsjunkie.com. I was talking recently about how people are now getting their first power bills after this really, really intense cold that hit the United States of America and the Southeast in particular. People were firing up their heaters, and now they're seeing power bills. People in Florida with power bills up to like $1,000 because it was so cold. Anonymous says, I work for a power company. All right, so we got this from the inside. First off, in normal months, my power bill is around $250 to $300. Over the cold snap, it was $375. I guess my house just has good insulation. Second off, I work for a power company. I only work in the supply chain, so I'm not sure how the power generation works. But I know there's some insanely sophisticated technology that goes into creating the power. Not to mention that we are unionized, so our base pay goes up every year. Must be nice.
Yeah.
There are so many people that work for this company to keep everything running and maintain that. It is insane to consider. Not to mention all the contractors they have to hire, he says. Is this why we're paying more? Because all these damn employees and their unions?
Is he getting a discount?
Another thing you have to take into consideration is we're constantly upgrading the power grid to compensate for all the new construction. Sorry for any weird typos. Don't worry. Have a great day. Sorry about the high cost of your power bill, says the Power Bill Insider. Fair enough. I'll take it. Thank you so much. Another anonymous person chiming in about a Super Bowl commercial that got their attention. Sorry, behind on the podcast as always, but I heard you talking about the Backstreet Boys Coinbase commercial. That was the sing-along one, right?
Yeah,
it was
with
like
Backstreet Boys.
Karaoke.
Yeah, it was karaoke with the words on the screen.
And it was fun. A good amount of people were singing along because it was, a long commercial.
It worked.
And
Yeah.
then as soon as you go to sing it all on that last note, they rip the rug from right under you.
It caught my attention. I think it caught a bunch of people's attention. And I know it was Coinbase, which means it was better than 90% of the other commercials out there. I'm about to tell you how much they have made from it, this person says, anonymous says. Well, would you guys like to guess first?
Ooh.
Okay, so he's saying, this anonymous person is saying, I'm going to tell you how much they have made from the commercial. Oh, I guess the Backstreet Boys?
Mm-hmm.
How much the Backstreet Boys have made, but would you like to guess? I haven't read it. You guys want to guess how much the Backstreet Boys made for their song being used in that Super Bowl commercial?
Yes. I'm going to say $10 million.
All right. $10 million.
I'm going to say six. No. 10 Bitcoin apiece.
10 Bitcoin. All right. That's like $600,000, $700,000. They were paid exactly zero for it, anonymous says.
Good question.
And it's not them singing in the commercial.
Oh, because it's a karaoke track.
They were surprised to see the commercial since they didn't know about it ahead of time. According to a music producer friend of mine, it may be because it wasn't their voices and there are certain karaoke rules where you have to pay a small fee to re-record music and vocals. They don't use the master in the commercial. So he doesn't think the Backstreet Boys got anything.
That's kind of screwy.
for that. If that's the case, that's kind of crazy to think about. And they didn't even know their song was going to be in there?
That might be a mechanical license. Because I guess at that point, their performance is not being used. Then did they contribute to whatever was played there? Did they write any of the song?
I don't know. That's interesting, though. But he's saying that they did not make any money in that particular instance, the Backstreet Boys from the Super Bowl commercial. We'll throw it out there if anybody's heard more. Tips at thenewsjunkie.com, TIPS at thenewsjunkie.com. I'll check that poll momentarily. It's the most serious poll that's ever been done in the history of this show. So I want to hear from you. This is Democracy Manifest. Go to thenewsjunkie.com/poll, thenewsjunkie.com/poll. Have your voice heard. Should they be able to call anything that is not actually milk, oat milk, soy milk, nut milk, all the rest? Should they be able to actually call it milk? No fence sitters. I only allowed yes or no in this poll. And I look forward to seeing your response. I'll accept it as the truth at thenewsjunkie.com/poll. All right, back with your feedback and a whole bunch more momentarily. Oh, we got a couple of minutes, actually. Hang on. One more email. Tips at thenewsjunkie.com. Hi, all, says this person.
Hi,
First,
all.
my family has been, that sounds strange. Hi, all. Firstly, my family and I have always been movie buffs my whole life, and when the film Taken was released, it brought up conversation quite a bit in my family. I was 20 years old, but it was released in theaters, just about to start my junior year at FSU, and my dad always told me, never pay a ransom for me because they'll kill me anyway. So you'll have a dead dad and be out of money. Let's hit pause there. Would you tell your family, your loved ones, whomever, that if someone abducted you, you didn't want them to pay the ransom?
No, pay it.
You'd say pay
Get me
it?
back,
Sabrina
please.
says pay
Thank
it.
you.
Sabrina says pay the ransom. Celine, would you tell your family, your wife, Lil Jackson, would you tell them like, hey, if somebody
that's
abducts
a dark
me,
thing to tell somebody. Honestly,
you got to know. You guys like being cremated or being buried in a coffin. You know what I mean? Like,
half and half for me.
You have to share this with people. Would you tell your family pay the ransom, or would you say, it's not worth it, don't do it?
I would probably tell them pay the ransom.
Wow. To pay the ransom, people.
Your answer?
Pay the ransom, yeah, please.
Okay.
I'd like to live. I'm not done yet. I mean, come on.
Could you imagine though? But like saying that, thinking you're never going to be kidnapped, and then once you are kidnapped, and you're like, "Why did I tell him not to pay the damn ransom?"
You're like, "Can I please send a message? You just pay it. Forget whatever I said. I was wrong." This is like you thought you were never going to have to weigh in on it. My dad is a dead serious person, and he brought it up again when Nancy Guthrie disappeared. The even darker part is that there's a slightly increased possibility my dad would be kidnapped versus your average Joe. He has a mouth on him and visits other countries often, which is so nice for me to think about every time he leaves the United States. Just thought you would enjoy my story.
That sounds fun.
Love you guys. Have a great Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, says Brandy, the liquor gal. Thank you, Brandy. Appreciate that. Okay. We will take a quick break. When we come back, actually, should I check in? Let me check in on the poll. All right. Then I'm sure at least a couple of people have voted on this. This is the most important poll in the history of this show. I'm going to vote, too, because I want my vote heard. All right. Just validated my vote right now. Now I want to see what the results are. Oh, God.
What do
Okay.
we got now?
Should plant-based milk be called milk? The no's are winning. They're with me. Team Sean so far. The no's are winning 64% to 35%. They're saying plant-based milk should not be called milk. I knew it. I knew you folks would come out of the woodwork. thenewsjunkie.com/poll. We'll let this go for the duration of the show, and then the final answer will be rendered at the end with whatever you guys came up with. So check thenewsjunkie.com/poll. When we come back, I'll finally work in the brand new clues in the Nancy Guthrie case. We got a new clue, something that they found when they were searching around. In fact, a couple of things that they found. What does it all mean? And what are Nancy Guthrie's neighbors now starting to do that's a little bit bizarre? That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Congratulations, Michael. You just won $1,000.
Hello.
Looks like traffic's clear.
Welcome in.
Eastbound before World Drive. There's still delays between Osceola Parkway and Apopka Vineland Road.
Good to see you.
Crash off to the shoulder.
Get those vote numbers up. I want to see the audience chiming in.
Stop and go southbound.
Problem is, I don't have a way to see the poll
on the website, so everybody has to go to the full URL. So participation will be more meager than I would like it to be. But go to thenewsjunkie.com/poll. No, it's pulling with an even? No! Oh, you're right, it's getting close. No, it's 50-50. What are you people doing? That works, P-Haw. I just clicked it.
What they just went through, pumping out all that heat. And if you
Hey, Barbara, how are you? Hey, Nicole.
Single pane windows, well then you are wasting money on that because a lot.
Milk is from the tit, period. True.
Or in the summer that cold.
So true.
And you're spending more on your electric bill. You got to look to buy some new windows. And you got to look.
Guys, I got a little secret for you.
Doors. You get a free quote today. They've been installing windows for over 50 years. They're the experts.
Got a little secret for you.
Come with a lifetime guarantee that transfers when you sell.
I think only today and tomorrow. There is a commercial that C-Lane will be voicing. That is magnifique. It's got some quotes in it and stuff that you'll be like, oh my God. Tell me if you hear it. Not this one.
Texting the word trust to 20129. That's trust to 20129.
We're being milk bombed? Son of a bitch. Are they bombing the poll? No. No is back on top. The no's are back on top. 54 to 45%. Thank God. Zach says, if it don't have nipples, it don't give milk. Ain't that true, brother man? Zach, I hope you cast your vote over at thenewsjunkie.com/poll. All right? I hope you cast your vote over there. Is it a Valentine's Day commercial? No. No. You'll know what commercial it is when you hear it. He told me this morning, he's like, there are some choice quotes in this. Kurt, thank you for posting the link to the poll. No, still on top, 54.24 to 45.76. Should plant-based milk be called milk? New votes coming in real time here. Oh, God. Oh, God. Just, the votes are flying in right now. Okay, no, still ahead, 52 to 47. It's moving in real time. Oh boy. This will be the final decider. I will never complain about this on the show again. The results of the poll will be respected. But I believe the answer is no. We don't call it milk if it ain't milk. Sean is vested in this poll. I want to know where people end up. Let me check. 50 point. Oh God, it's like neck and neck. It's one vote apart. Votes are coming in hot and heavy right now. Make sure you click the link, thenewsjunkie.com/poll. Oh boy.
I better find a good playlist to listen to while I wait. EDM?
All right, 2 minutes and we're back live on the show with this Nancy Guthrie update. Starting to get to a point in this case where I wonder if this woman is still alive. Getting close to that.
Here's something most of us don't want to think about, but probably should. Clay Travis and Buck Sexton here for our friend Mike Lester and the team at Talent.
Votes are rolling in. 51 to 48. 90 votes so far, approaching 100 right now. And it is like dead even. 93 votes, 94 votes. 95, 96. 97, 98, 99. Just past 100 votes, and it remains neck and neck. You guys are more split on this referendum than anything in the history of this show. So we are going to use this as a side quest today. Okay, we're coming back in just a moment. Stay tight.
Purposes only and should not be construed as legal, tax, or financial advice.
As a mom, comforting my family is what I do best. Vicks Vapor Stick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks vapors in an easy-to-apply stick, and it dries fast, so there's no mess. I use it to comfort myself and my family.
Thanks, Mom.
Vicks Vapo Stick, soothing comfort for the whole family. And try Vicks Vapo Shower Max for steamy Vicks vapors when you need more comfort for yourself. Use as directed.
For all your plumbing needs, go to modernpi.com.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Coming to you live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Need help after an accident? Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando, an iHeartRadio station. Guaranteed human.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Money. M-O-N-E-Y. Money. Enter it now at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
Real Radio 104.1. The game of magnets. Taking over the world one terrible person at a time.
Thanks for being with us on this lovely Thursday. It's us and you, all things viral, and not the same three songs over and over again. Learn more about the show over at thenewsjunkie.com. New updates in the mystery disappearance of Nancy Guthrie. That is Savannah Guthrie of the Today Show, her mother. And they said they found a glove. They found one of these gloves. And I think they even found both of them, possibly. I'll get into the update in just a moment. But I was saying that it looked like, Celine, I'm going to screw this up again. Neural, like a black, medical
I don't know how to
glove.
say it. It's not neural.
That's like what doctors would wear and stuff, but like a black glove, like a latex kind of glove. That's what I thought it was. And then Celine pointed out a couple of the photos or a couple of the shots that people have taken from this. It looked like it had a seam on it. And the whole battle was, is this a leather glove or is this just like a rubber glove?
It looked like a nitrile.
That's how you say
nitrile.
it? Nitrile glove. So it just looks like a medical glove, but a black one. They found, I believe, two of them.
So was it one of those?
I don't know. It's kind of hard to see from this too
because the footage looked like leather snow gloves. This looks medical.
Somebody told me something that I think it could be, and I'm going to bring this up in a second. And Celia may have heard of this before, but I'm looking at the actual rubber glove that they found in somebody's backyard that they believe is from the abductor. And I still, because it's like on a plant, it's hard to tell.
Do they say how close this backyard is?
One of them was found in Nancy Guthrie's neighborhood. One of them was found in her neighborhood. And that's why I think they might have found both of them right around them. But authorities appear to believe it was found a mile and a half. Oh, a mile and a half from her home. So near Nancy Guthrie's house, but a mile and a half away, they found this rubber glove.
A bit away.
It is. But I mean, how often, if you went around your whole neighborhood, would you find a glove like this?
Probably.
Maybe.
I use those for the litter box sometimes.
Yeah, I don't know if you would around here. I don't know if I've seen one walking around. But people were comparing it to, and I had never heard of this before today. Hang on, let me bring this up. They were comparing it to something called a barbecue glove.
Yeah.
And you're familiar with this?
Yeah. They have, if you have like high temperature stuff that you're dealing with, they have these gloves. Yeah. And you wear them over your
I have one of those.
That looks more like it, doesn't? Because it looks thick because you have a glove underneath, and then you have the disposable like latex kind of glove over the top of it.
I have a whole bunch of those. I still think that one of the angles, it looked like there was a seam in the glove, which would lean closer to like a leather glove.
Well, they believe that this is it and that they've found it. Hold on. Here's Fox News talking about the clue found near Nancy Guthrie's house. Here they are.
All along, the FBI, Laura, was kind of scanning these roads outside of Nancy Guthrie's house looking for something. They wouldn't tell us what they were looking for. But about 2 hours ago, they finally did notify us, telling us they did find one black glove. We now have video as well as pictures of the glove. In fact, Fox Digital has one source saying that they might have found actually two gloves, a set of gloves, which would double the odds of them coming back with some kind of DNA, if in
nice
fact
math,
it is.
man.
They might have found two gloves, which would double the amount of gloves they have.
Hold on, are you sure about that? Okay.
All right, I have a couple of questions that I want to stop here on because I do not work for the FBI and I am not some sort of investigator. So here's what my question is. If I put on a pair of latex gloves like that, can you pull a fingerprint from the inside of one of those gloves? Those gloves are literally like people use them to not leave a fingerprint.
I don't know if you could. I do believe that you could still pull some sort of DNA because
yeah, possibly you could, right? Yeah,
there's skin that could be left. I don't know how much DNA is in sweat, but you're sweating in those.
There could be. Remember, she was bleeding. Nancy Guthrie was when she left the front door of the house. There's blood by her front door. Her blood could even be on it. It could have gotten on these gloves, and that would confirm that it was the gloves used by the abductor, and it would give you a path that this person was going when they left the house.
They say
that is a big discovery right there.
They say it's technically possible, but it's very difficult to get latent fingerprints from the inside of latex, nitrile, or vinyl gloves left on crime scenes. They say perspiration and oils from the wearer's skin will transfer to the inner surface, and they could use their different methods of visualizing that. But like the flexibility of the material will distort the fingerprint, and that's like the whole thing you're looking for. And then sweat from inside the glove can also smudge it.
And then, not to mention, if the person had gloves on, like we were just talking, underneath the latex glove, you're getting nothing. And that might have been the way that they designed this so that it leaves nothing behind. But they found a clue, and they're looking at this clue to see if they can learn more about it. Now, even if they don't find any DNA or a fingerprint on the gloves, if the gloves were indeed the gloves worn by the abductor of Nancy Guthrie, that's still a huge clue as to what direction this person went in and where they went after they abducted this woman. If there's gloves a mile and some change away from her house, that's going to tell the investigators certain things. They'll learn some things about this even without the DNA. Let's see what else Fox says other than 1 + 1 = 2.
A glove that belongs to a person who was on the porch that we saw the video of from yesterday. You also have to keep in mind that we are in the middle of the desert here, and there is cactus everywhere. So gloves on the side of the road may not be all that out of the ordinary, because anybody who's working landscape would need hefty gloves to kind of work in and around this area.
Wait,
so
you wouldn't wear latex gloves. Aren't going to do anything for landscaping cactuses.
No, that's going to go
not by themselves. No,
no. You would just wear regular gloves like any other landscaper would wear to protect your hands.
I think the barbecue aspect is probably more likely than the landscape aspect.
I see. I was just not familiar with that, but is that a pretty common thing that people know in the barbecue world?
Yeah. Okay. I think I have a box of those somewhere.
Okay, all right. See, so that's a more normal thing that you would get these into people's hands or on their hands even.
It could be a big break. I mean, it is clearly the biggest thing we have heard that has happened today, and maybe a break. And the FBI, of course, is taking that evidence and analyzing it right now. We're hoping to get some information on a lot of different things, including the possibility of getting more video out of the house. The FBI released a couple of new pictures today, but pretty much from the same angle as the video they released yesterday. Now we're waiting to see if cameras on the side of the house and in the back of the house might also be able to give us some images about what was going on at the time.
Yeah, guys,
and around the time.
Why are we doing this 12 days in? The woman is 84 years old and she is not in good health. Why are we now going like, well, we finally recovered some footage from the doorbell camera.
Oh, good.
Let's look at the other cameras. Maybe we should look at those, right? Like, this woman is coming closer to death every single moment that goes by. I don't mean to be dark, but I feel like that might be true. Like, she's just not in good health. And as far as anybody knows, has anybody seen any report at all that said she might have her medicine with her?
Nope.
No.
I haven't seen anything.
And on top of not having her daily medication, it was shared that there was blood at the scene. And so she is also hurt, we imagine.
Right. She's bleeding. She's hurt. She doesn't have her medicine. It's been 12 days. And we're like, maybe the cameras might show. You guys, the clock is ticking, baby. You don't have a lot of time left.
It's very
you just
strange.
Don't.
I feel like they are like, hey, do you think we should maybe interview some people? Or have we considered talking to neighbors? Let's wait until 2 weeks from now. We'll
they took them a long time to do that, too. They went both the neighbors in the last 2 days, but over 10 days passed before they did that. They've also determined his backpack, the backpack the abductor was wearing, was likely one from Walmart, a Walmart brand backpack.
All right.
Ozark Trail.
Local Walmarts. Let's see when that was sold last.
That's what they're trying to do. They're like, should we go and see all the purchases? Look at the security footage for an Ozark Trail backpack. It's got the high-vis stripes on it, and they think that's what the person may have been wearing, which is kind of another interesting little tie-in we're learning from this recovered video. But I don't know. I mean, now the time is getting to a point where I think it's legitimate to consider whether or not this woman is still alive. We'll see what you think about all of this, though. Send us a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com. I'd heard Savannah Guthrie posted something new on her Instagram. So let me see. Savannah Guthrie Instagram. I'll just bring it up live on the show. She's been chronicling this whole thing. And she's got some new posts here. Is this the newest one? Yeah, this is the newest one here. Let me turn on the audio just in case there's some volume. It says, from Savannah Guthrie, we will never give up on her. Our lovely mom, Heart. Thank you for your prayers and hope. And it's like footage of mom and her as a kid.
This is rough.
That's a little weird, huh? It's like family footage of the girls, her and her sister and mom from, way back in the day. And old photos of the mom and the family and stuff.
It's
very strange.
I've never been in this situation, so I'm trying not to judge.
She's just trying to hold on for hope. I don't think I could eat my words on this. I don't think in any version of this story, any version that I see playing out, do I think Savannah Guthrie had anything to do with it, right? Like, I just think she's legitimately reacting to all of these things that have happened to her.
Do you
think there are versions of this story where Annie Guthrie has something to do with it?
I think there are absolutely versions of this story where a family member may have been involved. Yeah. I think there are absolutely versions of this story where somebody in the family could be involved. We have other updates on that story I'll push to a little bit later on in the show. The most important thing in the world is obviously this poll right now, and participation is hopping. Should plant-based milk be called milk? This is the battle of the century. This will end the debate. This will end the debate on this program. Should plant-based milk be called milk? Everyone will have to abide by the results of this, and it is so close. It is neck and neck the whole time. I'm watching votes come in real time. I didn't put any link up on the homepage or anything, so you have to legitimately type in thenewsjunkie.com/poll.
And the results?
The News Junkie.
We sending it to the Big Nut?
The milk people. Yeah, Big Nut and Big Milk will both get a copy of the results of this.
Dear Big Nut.
Yeah.
Hey,
Dear
it's
Big
been
Nut
a minute.
and Big Milk. Nut and Milk. We've got some information for you. All right, the more votes are coming in right now. It's 53% no. You're on the right track, everybody. Stay on this track. All right, we're going to shut the door on this. It is only up until the end of the show, and we will never talk about this again. This is the end of this debate. It's a debate-ending poll. So have your say. Democracy Manifest, thenewsjunkie.com/poll. No is winning, but just by a hair, a fraction, 53.04. to 46.96. It is probably a nut hair. It's about that length. More votes coming in now. All right, folks, get in there. Should plant-based milk be called milk? The final debate on this is available at thenewsjunkie.com/poll. So I'll keep you updated throughout the show, and we'll see what everybody thinks. Okay, real quick, let's work in one dispatch. Here's Mystic Ridges talking about fingerprints, because we were bringing this up in the Guthrie case.
Morning, News Junkies. Mystic Ridges here, your T&J latent print examiner extraordinaire. I wanted to chime in about the gloves and the possibility of getting fingerprints off of them, and it is absolutely a possibility. Those thin latex gloves, people can still leave fingerprints behind when they touch something.
Really?
But if they found those thick gardening gloves, there is a chance they can get a fingerprint from the inside of that. I mean, it depends on how much it was touched, after that, if there's dirt on it, if it rained, but it's definitely a possibility, and I hope they are trying. Wiggle, pop, pop. I'm
sure they are. Yeah. I mean, it's a really interesting and helpful information. Thank you for that. TD says enough about Nancy Guthrie. Let's see what TD says here.
I understand it's newsworthy, but the Nancy Guthrie deal, and it's weird, right? Nobody knows. It's just odd, old lady, everything. There's also a 15-year-old girl from Oviedo today that is missing and squat, right? So these young kids are getting trafficked all the time. Kids go missing, and we hear nothing.
Trafficked all the time.
And this Nancy Guthrie thing has just been nonstop for, over a week? So anyways, bye.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably the most interesting story of the year so far. It's a mystery with tons of twists and turns, and it's got...
And we're not talking about ICE.
It's got the nation transfixed. I like that element too, that it's not nearly as divisive, and
it's a little frustrating though.
I'm invested. I think it's an interesting story that people are definitely tuned into across the country, and it's because there are so many unknowns here. There is a 15-year-old girl missing in Oviedo. I hope that story gets the attention that it's looking for. I hope you also know, TD, like almost everybody in that case, teenagers, when they end up going missing, they put out a report for them, and almost all of them are found very, very quickly. I don't know what you've seen about young kids getting trafficked all the time. I see there's like a whole version of TikTok where it's big on that. Like your kids are going to get trafficked. Your kids are going to be stolen. If you go to your car and you see a mark on your tire, it's because the traffickers are in the neighborhood. I don't believe that that's some sort of common thing. I don't think that young kids are getting trafficked, quote, all the time, unquote. I think that kids go missing. I think that when the stories break through in some way, we get to the level that we're at now. You get to this level, They do this with kids all the time. If there's enough twists and turns and the story grabs America's attention, everyone will jump right in. But thank you anyways for your take over there on thenewsjunkie.com. When we come back, we'll get to an update on some explosions, some fireworks yesterday. I want to see what everybody thinks about this, where Pam Bondi was getting questioned in Washington, and it got nasty for a little while. But we'll see what you think, and we'll get to more of your feedback in just a moment. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio is
The Monsters in the Morning. I don't know why I put up with you. You suck. And I don't want to be married anymore. And then he'll be like, but you want my paycheck coming in here, don't you? And then she goes, if you don't shut your mouth, I'm going to stop cleaning the bed sheets when you S in them.
Oh.
And he goes, hey, shut up. The Monsters in the Morning.
Real Radio 104.1.
There's not too much to worry about on most of the major roadways.
Hello. Welcome in, everybody.
Roadways. And if you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-4777 from the Traffic Center in James, Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Terminix. Termite Alert. It is termite swarm season, and they are officially here in Florida. Termites can attack your home or business and cause costly damage. Don't live with a termite problem. Excuse me. Termites this swarm season. Terminix it. Schedule a free inspection at Terminix.com.
This Valentine's, surprise her with the most personal, most romantic, most meaningful gift ever. Beautiful jewelry from International Diamond Center.
There is a new video that we'll get to eventually here of another person with a backpack, similar look and all that stuff that police are now pouring over. So we'll take a look at that and see if it's related at some point here on the show. TheNewsJunkie.com/poll is still up, and you can weigh in on that. MFQ says, Sean, did you see there was a Pokemon Go stop on Epstein's Island? People wanting to know who used that. I did see that. I saw that on Epstein's Island there was a Pokemon Go portal or stop or whatever. And then when the information came out that was out there, at first it was confirmed that it was real, which I was surprised by. And then Pokemon removed it. Pokemon Go removed the stop from Epstein's Island. But did anybody see the clips of Pam Bondi in the Epstein hearing yesterday in Congress? Yes or no? Did you see any of the clips of Pam Bondi or the coverage of Pam Bondi? Yup. I want to see how many people saw this or had it on their radar. No. Wild, she's unhinged. Oh, we did, David. We did talk about that Italy armored truck incident yesterday or the day before. Rach says that was good stuff. Yes, I did see that. Yeah, it was fun. Yep, yes. Yes, she never answered a question. Saw the highlights, watched it. No. Yes, she got hot. She was big mad. Yeah, Pam Bondi did get heated. And I want to see what everybody thinks about this. But my opinion on this, after watching quite a bit of the testimony, is she's got to go. That shit was inexcusable. Pam Bondi's got to go. Okay? Sayonara, out of here. That was one of the worst performances I've seen before Congress, like congressional testimony wise, in a long time. That was an embarrassing representation. Everything was like, okay, why are these pages redacted and why are these names redacted? And granted, the whole thing is a sideshow. And the Democrats, who have now laser focused on the Epstein files that they didn't give a shit about for over a decade, because they want to use it to dunk on Trump, were exaggerating and lying with a lot of stuff they were saying. And the Republicans were deflecting with the stuff they were saying. It was a bunch of bullshit, the whole thing. But Pam Bondi deflecting with every single answer. Hey, why is this name redacted? And then saying, the stock market's at 50,000. That was embarrassing. They ought to bounce her ass out of there. That was some amateur shit. That was some amateur stuff. If you're going to get involved in releasing this information, stand up there and take it from your detractors. Tell them why they're wrong. Tell them why their cohorts and compatriots in Congress are involved in this and how, this isn't something that should just be used as a tool against your opponents. But that was embarrassing. It was not good. Bondi is out, but also pick me for Fritz on the street. Pam Bondi is so nutty. Her teat milk is nut juice? That's interesting. It was funny when her and Crockett got into it. I didn't see that, but Crockett's crazy as hell too. She's terrible. But Bondi should have dude, what? You had plenty of time to prepare for this. They're asking legit questions like, hey, this file, why are these names redacted? This file, it says, hey, really enjoyed the torture video. And they blacked out the name that Epstein sent the email to. When Epstein said, I really enjoyed the torture video. Why is that censored? That's a good question.
This month, iHeartRadio is celebrating the stars of the
That was embarrassing. She gotta go.
Might just be the greatest alpine skier of all time, with over 100 World Cup.
A chick named Woody says the MAGA base thinks she performed excellent. Really? I haven't seen anybody really saying she did great. I haven't seen people going like, no, she was excellent. All right, we're coming back.
Her technical precision in the slalom and fearless speed in the downhill make her a threat in every race as she takes to the slopes to chase more Olympic hardware. For more Winter Games gold, search Olympics on the iHeartRadio app.
For all your plumbing needs, go to modernpi.com.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Money. M-O-N-E-Y. Money. Enter it now at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
Your front row seat to the most viral stories in the world. This
Welcome in. Got to get back to the all-important milk poll. We'll get to that. Don't worry. Don't fret. We'll get to the milk poll in a little bit here on the show. Weigh in on that at thenewsjunkie.com/poll. I got to get to some a little heated and friction-filled for just a moment here, though. I got to talk about this because yesterday I saw clips galore of Pam Bondi, and we'll get past the political stuff, even though this is only moderately political in a way. But Pam Bondi going in front of Congress on the Epstein files, and the congressional people, of course, like everything's political and all these people are lying. All right. That's just a fact. Everything's political and all of them are lying. And if you don't think your side is lying, then you've drank the Kool-Aid. Okay. They're all grifters and liars, and I wouldn't vote for a single one of them. But that aside, the people who are asking Pam Bondi questions about Jeffrey Epstein in Congress, well, they had some pretty good questions, okay? They had some pretty good questions, and her answers were beyond bad. Pam Bondi's got to go, okay? This is how bad this performance was yesterday. I'll play you just a second of it here. But when I don't care if the person is like your enemy politically or on the other team, but when somebody says, hey, and they were right about this, by the way, there was an email uncovered in the Epstein files where Epstein responded to somebody and said, thanks so much, loved the torture video. And they censored the person that was sent to. They blacked out the name of the person that Epstein sent an email to where he said, hey, really enjoyed the torture video. And I think it's a fair question to ask who that was sent to. I think it's a fair question to want to know, to demand that person's name is revealed. I don't think that's unfair. And I think if you're against that, you're not on the winning side of this argument.
And any reason as to why it was? Any explanation?
Over and over and over, it was deflection. So I don't know if this has the whole back and forth. I hope it does. But this was one of the times when they would go, hey, why is this censored? Why is this censored? And then they'd go to Pam Bondi and she'd be like, but what about? And she'd talk about something totally different. So here, listen.
The Dow right now is over. The Dow is over $50,000. I don't know why you're laughing. You're a great stock trader, as I hear, Raskin. The Dow is over 50,000 right now. The S&P at almost 7,000. And the NASDAQ smashing records. Americans' 401ks and retirement savings are booming. That's what we should be talking about. We should be talking about making Americans safe.
Lady, this is a Wendy's. Like, what are you, what? They asked you questions about why names were redacted in the Epstein files, and you're talking about the Dow being at 50,000? Great. Who cares? Great. And then other times it was like obfuscating by saying or distracting by saying, Pam Bondi would go, well, here's a bunch of stories about illegal immigrants who killed and raped people. Great. Send them all away. Put them in jail for life. Who cares? I don't like. Why are you talking about that? This is a legitimate thing to inquire about. If there are emails going on and in the emails, somebody is saying like, hey, had a nice time with those little girls. And then the person that they're sending it to, you've decided to censor their name. Hey, I'm on team whoever wants the name revealed. That's what team I'm on for right now. I'm on team, hey, Bad guys go to jail. That's the team I consistently try to stay on. And that's a case where it's like, why are we covering up that name? In the case of the torture video email from Epstein, it was some like Middle Eastern leader, and they censored out his name for fear it would like hurt his reputation or something. Well, I mean, you risk when you email people getting caught up in their web. It's what happens. I didn't email Epstein once. He was in my backyard.
What?
For God's sake. I mean, this was stuff that was closely tied.
You heard it here, folks.
Me and my upbringing. Never emailed him once. And if I did, I deserve to be unveiled in the whole reveal here. All of these people who are messaging with this guy, all these journalists who are messaging with this guy because he had money and they were friendly with him, all of them are losers. Every one of them should face the facts on this. And everybody who did anything criminal related to this needs to spend time behind bars. That's the frustration I have. It's like, why isn't anybody else getting arrested? That's why I'm saying for the women who were the victims, and there was a bunch of them, and that was another thing too. So, okay, you could call it political theater if you want, and it is. But when one after another, they said, how many of the Epstein victims in this courtroom wanted to speak to the feds about this investigation? And all of them raised their hands. And they said, how many of you have tried to speak with the feds about this investigation and get your side on the record? And they all raised their hands. And they said, how many of you did the feds actually speak to? And nobody raises their hands. It's like, well, that's a pretty good point. I don't want this happening. She's got to go. That was such an amateur, basic bitch performance. It was so incredibly bad. You got to be better at this. Like, I know that they're going to come swimming for you. I know that also, by the way, it's absolutely worth pointing out that the Democrats who are so upset about this, many of them didn't care about this for like a decade plus. Many of them thought it was their side that was more entangled and weren't really ready to use it against the Trump administration at that point, weren't really being activists trying to get any of this stuff released. I get it. But you got to do a better job defending yourself than that. It was so bad. And there was it was a lot of like contentious stuff. Here she is with Representative Massey. Is Massey a Republican? I think he is. Can you look it up? Look up Rep Massey. It was just bad. It was embarrassing. It was like some basic bitch stuff that should be for politicians who are just getting into the game.
Massey represents Northern Kentucky and has opposed mainstream Republican stances on foreign spending and policy. Well, that doesn't mean he's not a Republican.
He's a Republican, but he's at odds on this issue with the Trump administration. But here's the back and forth.
Who's responsible? Are you able to track who in your organization made this massive failure and released the victims' names? Are you able to track who it was that obscured Les Wexner's name as a co-conspirator in an FBI document? Do you have that kind of accountability?
I believe Wexner's name was listed more than 4,000 times.
I already told you that. This is where he's listed as a co-conspirator.
Can I finish my answer? Come on, let me finish my answer. We corrected that within 40 minutes. He was already, you're acting like everybody's trying to cover up Wexner's name.
Reclaiming my time.
I'm going to answer this question.
Reclaiming my time.
Oh, boy.
Mr. Chairman.
This is how this works.
Can I have my time back? Mr. Chairman.
The gentlelady can give her answer. The time belongs to the gentleman from
All right, I'm reclaiming my time.
Can I give my answer?
So I'm going to put the language.
I don't know what's happening here, but they're all trying to talk at the same time. Nothing is happening.
Gentlelady sounds like such a weird term.
The gentle lady.
The gentle
of the
lady.
bill up on the screen.
Chairman, may I give my answer on that? It's a political
the
joke, and I need to give my answer on that.
We'll let the Attorney General respond, and then the gentleman can move to.
Let's see what else he says here.
Within 40 minutes, you asked me a question. Within 40 minutes, Wexner's name was added back.
Within 40 minutes of me catching you red-handed.
There was one redaction out
where
of
he's
over
listed as a co-conspirator.
And we invited you in. This guy has Trump derangement syndrome. He needs to get. You're a failed politician. You need to get on
to watch the video.
All right, I guess you can see. I think you can see where this is going, right? It's like,
does the women tell all?
Yeah.
For real. At least they edit it.
He cheated. Yeah, it was like that the whole time. And so many times someone would come up and pose a legit question. Hey, here's an email. Now I am going to make up a stand-in email, right? This is not a real email, but there were emails like this. And it would be like, hey, did you enjoy the young girls last night? And then the person that Epstein sent that email to, of course, this being a fictitious example, but not far away from a lot of the examples that were out there. The person that Epstein sent the email to, that person's name is blacked out. Why? For whom? What are we doing?
The Dow.
Why are we blocking out somebody's name who Epstein emailed about something? The only people's names that I want off of this is somebody who was like a child who was caught up in all this. I feel like so many people have lost the plot on this one. And now it's like, let's either arrest people or, like release everything completely with no redactions at all. Because something about this has really gone sideways. And Bondi just completely dropped the ball out there. But the fact is, when you look at this story, so many people, we're so far away from this, so many people don't even realize what this was all about to begin with. One of the things that's craziest about this, some of you will know this, some of you won't. All of this started, C-Lane, first Epstein investigation date. Like, I want to see when that started. It was after there was a new school built in my town, and I missed it just barely.
2005.
2005? Okay. And I graduated in 2000, 99, 2000. And there was a new school built in my town. I didn't get to go to it. It's called Royal Palm Beach High School. And you could look this all up. This is absolutely true. Royal Palm Beach High School was the new, nice, beautiful school. I couldn't go to it. They bussed me out to Palm Beach Lakes, one of the worst schools ever, and absolutely hated it. It was miserable, terrible in every way. And the students were terrible. So I wanted to go to this Royal Palm Beach High School. But 5 years later at this Royal Palm Beach High School, there were two girls that got into a fight. They started fighting, and during the fight, one of the girls was calling the other one a prostitute and a whore. Generally, that wouldn't stand out much. This is a girl fight thing.
Slut.
You're a whore, like screaming at each other. No, you're a whore. And this is what happened in this fight in 2005. This is a true story. In 2005, Royal Palm Beach High School, there was a fight between two girls. One was calling the other a whore and a prostitute. The family got upset about this, and the family started talking to their daughter, why did they call you a whore and a prostitute? And they found hundreds of dollars in cash in their daughter's purse. And they were like, hey, what's up with that? Why do you have this cash? And she goes, I work at a fast food place. And they go, you secretly have a job at a fast food place and we don't know about it? Eventually she goes, all right, fine. I've been giving out massages to this rich guy and he pays me in cash. And then they go, wait, what? And they bring her in and question her more, and they find out that this young high school girl has been going to Jeffrey Epstein's house and getting paid cash for massages that then would escalate into, hand action or even more sexual activity than that. That's how this all started. That's where this all came from, all right? It started with a girl calling another girl a whore. And now it's gone to the level where we've got like all these emails out there and so much more about this has been discovered. This has been going on for over 20 years. It can drink. The problem in the investigation can drink. Get the amateurs out of the way and just be done with this, okay? And if anybody needs to be arrested, throw them all in jail, hang them. I couldn't care less, all right? I will not shed a tear for any of this stuff. But it's like, how does this go on for so long and so much incompetence gets in the way?
And it will continue. I do not see how this is going to end in the next 5 years.
I mean, now it's probably not going to end because nobody wants it to end because it's just a political cudgel, a political tool for people to fight back and forth. But this should have been done forever ago. And then they've got to separate the people who have actual claims here from people who are just like crazy or involved in politics, and then find out if any person alive right now had anything to do with this, and then arrest them. And then that's it, But this performance from Pam Bondi was a friggin' embarrassment, and she should be out, in my opinion. Tell me what you think. I don't know if anybody can really back that up. Send me your dispatches over at thenewsjunkie.com or email the show tips@thenewsjunkie.com. When we come back, the next episode with Sabrina. What's coming up on the next episode?
What's coming up on the next episode? Forbes has released a report on how much Disney lost with last year's Snow White, and let's say hi-ho with 7 O's. HGTV fires host of Rehab Addict after footage surfaced of her using a very screwed up driver. Plus, Gene Simmons can rock and roll all night, but boy, can he also yell at the clouds forever. All that and so much more coming up on the next episode.
And that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7, it's a corporate time with Tom and Dan. Brought to you by MyEternalVitality.com and Modern Plumbing Industries. At 9 p.m., it's Real Laughs with comedians James McGill and Ken. And Real Music starts tonight at 10 on Real Radio 104.1. iHeartRadio.
Olympics update.
U.S. women's curling team opened round-robin play with a win over Korea. U.S. curler Taylor Anderson-Hyde says competing on Olympic ice means more.
Team dynamic out there. We've been vibing as a team, so yeah, it felt very special.
USA men's hockey makes its debut today against Latvia. The Americans haven't medaled since winning silver in Vancouver in 2010. They were 5th in Beijing 4 years ago.
For NBC's live coverage from Italy.
School mic activated, standby.
Terminex, Termite Alert. It is termite swarm season and they are officially here in Florida. Termites can attack your home or business and cause costly damage. Don't live with a termite problem. Before you see termites this swarm season, Terminex it. Schedule a free inspection at Terminex.com.
That lingering sniffle, congestion, or fatigue, is it the flu?
Okay.
When symptoms don't go away, guessing costs you time, energy, and relief.
Standby. School mic activated. Welcome behind the scenes of the show. Thanks again, everybody, for those of you who are Team Sean, who watch the daily videos, the shorts. My mission on the short videos on YouTube Shorts, TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook is one thing. I think short form video in the news category is trash. It's embarrassingly bad. I think it needs to be improved because whether you like it or not, it's a way a lot of younger people are getting their information. So after rejecting that for a long time and not wanting to be part of the slop, I want to be part of trying to make it a little better if I can, whatever little tiny bit I can do. That's one thing. The other thing is it's an excellent way to fish for new people to come into the funnel, to watch the stream, listen to the show, etc., etc. And I want to thank everybody who has helped out with those videos. The latest one, blowing up pretty good on Instagram. I have never had a video go viral on Instagram. I've been pretty, tight with what I post on the platform Instagram. 215,000 views so far on the video from yesterday. 4.5 million on the Savannah Guthrie video from Monday, I believe. 4.5 million views on that one. That's on Facebook that's taken off the most there. It's just fantastic. So I want to thank you all for watching those videos, for sharing them, for liking them, etc., etc. It's been a huge hit so far. And just from me to you, like all nonsense aside, I had a plan to do this year. I had a plan to do this year and then started the year sick for like 3 weeks and then just couldn't find my double Dutch spot to jump in with these videos. And I was getting really down on myself. And I've had videos go viral for the last 30 years of my life. I've always been in creating videos and making videos go viral and stuff. And I thought, can I not crack this nut? What the fuck is going on here? And it was very, very frustrating. But I'm happy to see this gaining traction. I'm happy to see the follower growth. And I'm happy to see that maybe I can do something to increase the quality of news on short form media platforms like TikTok and Instagram. Even the tiniest bit I think can help. So anyways, sorry. Thank you for that. We're coming back with the next episode.
But if you test positive, prescription medications for COVID exist. Ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Wish you could save on home insurance? With Allstate, you could easily save and get quality protection. Yep, it's a win-win. So what are you waiting for? Check Allstate first for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Lavine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Lavine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
On a constant quest to stay calm, like that bear in the hammock.
On deck 2, folks. We'll get geared up for that here in just a bit. The milk poll rolls on. Get in on the milk poll. Let your voice be heard. TheNewsJunkie.com/poll. TheNewsJunkie.com/poll. All right, we'll get into more dispatches, emails, Fritz on the street, all of that stuff. More updates on all the stories we're following in the world's most viral newsroom right now. Let's do the next episode.
Because there's a lot on TV, and you can't possibly keep up with all of it. Even though you should, because what else are you going to talk about?
Butt liquor!
Nothing. Weather's nice. It's time for the next episode with Sabrina. Hey, smoke weed every day.
Hold up. The next episode brought to you by That Mortgage Guy Don. ThatMortgageGuyDon.com. Website, easy, full of information for you, easy to navigate through. And if you're making big life decisions like refinancing, buying your first dream home, maybe you got a business and you're ready to expand that bad boy. Work with someone who knows what he's doing. He's got your back. He makes the process easy, and he's also really cool. So start said process by going to the website, like I told you before, thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Don't miss the boat, compare your quote with thatmortgageguyDon.com.
I'm here 58 years ago, 1968. High school dropout by the name of this guy.
Jimi Hendrix.
Oh, yeah.
Jimi Hendrix is correct. And on this day in 1968, he returned to his hometown of Seattle for the first time in 7 years for a sold-out show. Plan. Poor Jimmy was sleep deprived. He forgot his guitar because his equipment truck went completely missing.
Oh.
And the worst and the biggest stinger, owie, most of the kids had no idea who he was.
Ooh.
Oh. Yeah.
Look at him now, though. Look at him go now.
Doing great. Rocking and rolling. Or something like that. Speaking of rock and roll, we have Gene Simmons.
Kiss.
And he just won't let it go. And it's not the rock, it's not the roll. It's the fact that these punks won't get off my lawn. And the punks being hip-hop artists, the lawn being the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. He has been screaming on that rooftop, and this exact rooftop, for quite a few years, but he just continues to bring it up. Says the fact that Iron Maiden is not in the hall when they can sell at stadiums, and Grandmaster Flash is, right? Ice Cube and I had a back and forth about this. He's a bright guy, and I respect what he's done. It's not my music. And I continue to directly quote Gene, I don't come from the ghetto. It doesn't speak my language. He also added, I just want to know when Led Zeppelin is going to be in the Hip Hop Hall of Fame. Oh, you can't do that? Oh, really? Got him.
Is there a Hip Hop Hall of Fame?
I'm sure there's something.
If there's a Hip Hop Hall of Fame and there's no rock and roll artists in the Hip Hop Hall of Fame, I mean, that is a fair point in some way. Why isn't there crossover going the same way? There should be like some rock and rollers who have crossed over that are going that way too, I would think.
And hip hop and maybe opera singers in the Country Hall of Fame. And let's just start mixing it all up.
I don't know, opera singers in the Country Hall of Fame? I don't know about that.
Call me crazy. And call this guy a damn hero because he's figured it all out. His name is Dave Draymond. He's from the band Disturbed.
All right.
And he's got a brilliant idea for all of this division when it came to the Super Bowl halftime show.
He's down with the sickness, this guy.
Here's a radical idea. Music should be a bridge between all people. The identity politics, partisan garbage, and division need to stop. I challenge any organization out there to put on a festival that has Bad Bunny and Kid Rock.
What a challenge.
That will be something, huh?
I mean, I don't know. It's not the worst thing. Bringing people together is good, but I don't know that that's going to solve any problem.
If that festival doesn't go perfectly, the audience will lose their ever-loving mind.
Well, there was a festival with Ludacris and Nelly and Kid Rock, and then, that thing just has been falling apart left and right.
Everybody like ended up canceling and stuff.
It can be an opportunity
even
to
when
share
they did it last year.
And appreciate the respective cultures that gave birth to each artist's unique form of entertainment. Music can unite. Down with the sickness. So thank you so much, Dave. We'll start working on that. And someone's going to have to start working on their potty mouth. HGTV.
I'm sorry.
Not this way, C-Lane. I know for sure. I'm 100% sure this would not be you. But Rehab Addict host Nicole Curtis. I've never heard of the show. I'm familiar with HGTV. Have you guys watched Rehab Addict?
No. There's too many of those shows. I don't know most of them, I don't think.
But this is HGTV?
Yes.
Yeah. Is she addicted to landscaping?
She was working in an attic of some sort at the time. I sent you the clip, Sean. It is censored, and thank God, because this resurfaced. It was B-roll. And according to...
Wait. Resurfaced? This is old?
This is old. There's a video tamed by Radar Online. You could see that it was not used in the show.
Okay.
Based on her comments immediately after her bad words.
She's doing some repair work on an HGTV show on a house. She's like trying to get this construction work done. She's struggling a little bit with it.
Why? It's my last one. Oh, fart.
What did he say?
What the is that I just said? Hey, Nick, you gotta, can you kill that?
Yeah. So there you have
it,
my friends.
It was at this moment that she knew. She f***ed up.
She was having some trouble there, getting a nail or something, and said fart and word. And then immediately asked Nick to cut that.
What's the real thing that you say like that? Is it fart nugget?
I've never heard the phrase she said. So what?
Well, fart N-word I have not heard. So I'm wondering if she was trying to say fart nuggets.
Is that
and
poop?
then tossed in an N-word and then the cameras are there?
The weird part is like if you're like frustrated and you say, "Oh, fart nugget." I think the point is that you don't curse.
Yeah,
so it's even weirder to say fart N-word because you're like, I won't say the F word. That is a distasteful word.
Yeah, well, she made a big fart nugget and is now addressing the controversy. I want to be clear, the word in question is wrong and not part of my vocabulary. Never has been, and I apologize to everyone. Flag on the field.
It's the first time she ever said it.
Yeah. HGTV's decision to pull the plug on her show the same exact day that she was set to return to the air after a hiatus.
Damn. You know what sucks about that for her and everybody else involved? I guess they removed the entire series, like all the other episodes. They took them off. So if anybody, I don't know, I've never watched the show. So if there's other people involved, like
they're not
getting
paid royalty checks.
Everybody gets dunked because of this lady was in this video. And it must have been an insider who had the footage.
What?
What about Fart Nugget?
I was just saying, like, we're not getting our money. Oh, Fart Nugget.
Oh, Fart Nugget. Yeah. I mean, I think people used to say that, but Fart N-word,
that makes sense,
something that I'm familiar with, yeah. Okay. Did you wrap it up? Or no?
I'm about to. I'll tell you what's going on the boob tube, and it goes a little something like this. Olympic Winter Games, streaming premiere of Predator Badlands on Hulu. Love Story, JFK Jr. and Carolyn Bessette. The Pit, Season 2, Episode 6 on HBO Max, and series premiere of Can You Keep a Secret? on Paramount Plus. Follow your dreams of me on Instagram at Sabrina Ambra. Hit me up if you want me to represent you on Fritz on the Street. And most importantly, stay with me, America.
Smoke weed every day.
Couple comments from chat. Weed Consumer says, I have said fart knocker before. I've heard that.
Okay. That.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, she could have messed that up.
Fart knocker, I've heard before. And Tanya says, at a glance, I thought it was fart hooker. No, it was definitely fart. And then she said the N-word because her reaction was, oh, my God, I just said this and there's cameras around. And she was doing what that attorney did the other day. It was like, oh, cut.
Can we cut that?
Can we cut?
No.
So I thought that was from something new. But I guess Sabrina's saying that's like older footage and it just came forward now. That must have meant that must mean that somebody who was involved in the creation of the show must have leaked this out.
Oh,
like,
yeah. Big
some
time.
insider doesn't like old Nicole Curtis from HGTV. And they sunk her like Papa John. They Papa John'd her. That's what happened. All right, when we come back, Fritz on the Street, the greatest game in all of radio. Now is when you try to get us to represent you, because in Fritz on the Street, we pick somebody. Each of us picks somebody, and we fight for you in the game. If we win, you win. Now's the time to try to get us to pick you in chat or via email or elsewhere. So do that. Good luck to everybody. Fritz on the Street is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Congratulations, Austin. You just won $1,000 from Real Radio.
That is amazing. Love it. Thank you.
Who's next? Your chance to win is minutes away, courtesy of Mills Air.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law.
Hello, everybody.
International Speedway Boulevard. Expect some off-ramp backup from I-95 in that area. Other than that, you won't be running into too much trouble.
How we doing?
Never slowing you down, but if you do see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline instant oil change traffic tip line at 8.
What do you think about the reality TV lady saying that? Do you think it was an accident or on purpose, chat?
Is sponsored by Rasmussen University.
We find it to be an accident or on purpose?
Pursue your education goals with dedicated support. But when you get started on campus, you could qualify to pursue
Fritz on the Street is on the web.
Learn more at rasmussen.edu.
Did Fritz lose his other job? No, not as far as I know. Man Kicking says, take me, Sean. I believe it's your time to shine. Man Kicking, you got it, buddy. I'm doing it. Let's see. Sean. Man Kicking Twitch. Gotcha. Sounds like woke-ass cancel culture to me. What is moderately to significantly funny is I never see a significant amount of black people get mad about this stuff. This is very much a like Twitter white person thing. Black people tend to say in conversation like, well, I detest racism and I want to fight against all types of racism, and I want people who are racist to be, bounced out of polite society. But I don't tend to see them getting upset about these things. It's generally white people online. I feel like it was on purpose, Night Nurse said. Hello? Be safe. I believed in you first, Sean. I've already picked somebody. You're going to have to get one of the other two. Sean just hates me? I don't hate you. I'd like to think it was just an accident. I always enjoy watching her show. I follow her Instagram and I think she's attractive. Well, if she's attractive, then good to go. I don't know anything about her at all. I don't know anything. But I know a lot of times with stuff like this, people will either assume that it was on purpose and it's like some greater indicator that they secretly say the N-word all the time, and now they're an irredeemable person who should be stomped out in the entertainment world or whatever. Or people will be like, well, sometimes people make mistakes. Sometimes you accidentally say stuff. Although I've never said it on the show. I thought I had a knock. As a black person, IDGAF, LOL. Boy, I find that to be the most common response. It's like, White people getting upset about a blooper where somebody said fart and then the N-word, and then immediately was like, oh my God, I can't believe I said that, I'm so sorry. And then black people like, no, I'm more concerned about like not getting loans, getting turned down for a job, sometimes based just on my name or something. Like, those are the things. The yoga ladies are very upset about this, though. At the yoga place, at the yoga, what do you call them? The yoga studio. At the yoga studio, they're yelling, "What are we gonna do? Delete HGTV off of all the televisions. Take the channel up button off. Make it so you can never go to HGTV." Did they say hard R or soft A? It matters? I don't know. I think it sounded like knocker got loose and turned into maybe even an R in there. I think she said it by accident, but has said it before when she's by herself. Oh, come on. Everybody said all the words. We don't have to live in Pretendville anymore. All of you have said all the words. When you get mad at somebody or somebody cuts you off, or when you were 13, or when you, whatever. Everybody has said all the words.
Welcome to Take 5 Oil Change.
I like to say all the words at least once per day. It's like an exercise before the show. Popping it, popping it, popping it. I find it to be soothing. Soothing.
Well, I guess I'll save all this for the DMV. Only they took 10 minutes, am I right?
Pretendville. Population, you guys, not you guys, not you guys.
Well, I guess I'll save all this for the DMV. Only they took 10 minutes, am I right? I'm sorry.
Take 5. The stay in your car 10-minute oil change.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Got a question after an accident? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Bank. B-A-N-K. Bank. Enter it now at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
The game of magnets. Taking over the world one terrible person at a time.
Radio just moments away. Who will we pick? Who will win? How will the panel do? All those questions answered just moments from right now on the show. We'll get to your feedback. We got dispatches coming in and emails. We got more of all things viral in the news, obviously on the way on the show today here at the halfway point. But right now it's time for some Fritz on the street action. So here goes nothing. I don't see Fritz anywhere.
I'm pulling him up
on the grid. Okay, we're pulling Fritz up right now.
He's hiding here, I swear.
There he is. I hear your voice.
Well, hey.
I hear his
He
voice.
looks good, I'll tell you that.
Thank you.
Are you ready, Fritz?
I believe so, yes.
All right, here we go. Let's get into it. Let's do Fritz on the streets.
Now it's time for Fritz on the street.
Hello, Celine. Hello, Sabrina. Hello, Sean.
Hello, Fritz.
Fritzy boy.
Howdy. Fritz on the Street is sponsored by That Mortgage Guy Don. That Mortgage Guy Don and co-host MJ and yours truly each Saturday morning at 9 a.m. here on Real Radio 104.1. We give you live, that's right, live mortgage coverage. If you have any questions about buying, selling, refinancing a house, a property, or getting a land deed, sure, we can do that too. That's every Saturday morning at 9 a.m. You can also go to thatmortgageguyDon.com or follow him on Instagram at thatmortgageguyDon. Don. Play the jingle, Sabby.
Don't miss the boat, compare your quote with thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Who will you guys be playing for
Oh, I have chosen. Oh no, I wrote it in my handwriting, so that means it's not great. Oh no, man kicking, man kicking on Twitch. All right, I just barely deciphered it here. Man kicking on Twitch is who I'm picking. What about you?
I'm gonna go with B-Dobbs.
All right, B-Dobbs.
And I have chosen Brian from Groveland on the texting service. Happy early birthday.
Brian from the texting service. Everybody's locked in and ready to go, Fritz.
That's right. In first place with 17 points, we have Christopher Lane. In second place with 15 points, 2 points removed, is Sabrina Ambra. And in third place with 13 points, that's 4 removed from C-Lane, is Sean Wasson. So 17, 15, 13. 8 questions, 4 current event questions, and 4 general knowledge trivia questions. I go out to the bar so you don't have to, and I get these answers. And you, my friend, have to chime in for that bonus point. And then tell me, out of 8, how many got it right?
All right.
How was the crowd?
It was good. We had 10 teams. Bit rowdy.
Oh.
Yeah.
Noted.
Yeah.
Noted.
Well, any reason why they were getting wild? Just generally wild?
For Fritz. They're wild for Fritz.
I believe there were several school events. So
school events, they're wild for school events.
Hold on. The kids are wild for Fritz?
There was also an Orlando City block party going on. So,
okay. All right.
Thornton Park was kicking. If you think you know it, chime in for that bonus point. Is everyone in?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Without further ado, question number 1. Over the weekend, who won Super Bowl 60? C-Lane.
The Seattle Seahawks.
That is correct. Over the weekend, who won Super Bowl 60? C-Lane. You got that right. Bonus point for you. Out of 8 answers, how many do you think said Seattle Supersonic Seahawks?
8.
8 for Sabrina.
7.
And 7 for Sean. Question number 1 with answers of 7 and 8.
Ding, 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 ding.
That means someone's picking up 2 points. Who could it be? Over the weekend, who won Super Bowl 60?
Oh my God.
No.
Seahawks.
The Seahawks.
The Seattle Seahawks.
Seahawks.
Give me a second. That was the Patriots.
Seattle Seahawks.
Seattle Seahawks.
Oh, it would be the Seahawks.
Did you have money on it?
Yes.
That is 7. So Sean is picking up 2 points. I don't know, but he didn't, if you won money, you would have been like, oh, the Seahawks. But I don't know, so probably not. Sean, with your guess of 7, picking up 2 points. And Sabrina and C-Lane with your guesses of 8, each picking up 1 point.
Off to the races.
That's how we do it here. On to question 2. It's about TV. Who was the host of TV's Unsolved Mysteries? Sabrina?
Yeah.
Unsolved Mysteries.
And I know it wasn't. And
we're going to start there?
yeah.
Going to be here a while.
Because I'm saying a name in my head. That's America's Funniest Home Videos. It was Dan Rather.
That is incorrect.
I know.
I'd like the question again.
You got it. Who was the host of TV's Unsolved Mysteries from 1987 to 2002?
Sean.
He
had that voice. I know
That's a good
the
start.
voice. I think his name. Can I just say John?
John as a last name?
No. John is a first name. That's not particular enough, huh?
You can just give me a last name with John.
John. I'm gonna go John Johnson, Fritz.
That is
Put me down
incorrect.
for John.
C-Lane.
John is a last name.
That is incorrect. That would be Robert Stack.
Oh, the Stackster.
Smoky Robert Stack in that overcoat he had. C-Lane, you got question 1 right. We will start with you. Out of 8 answers, how many do you think said Robert Stack?
I'm going to go with... I can't even judge this crowd because I'm going to go with 4.
4.
3.
3 for Sabrina.
I'll take 2.
And 2 for Sean. Question 2 with answers of 2, 3, and 4. Who is the host of TV's Unsolved Mysteries from 1987 to 2002?
I can see his face, but I can't. No, pass. I don't remember. I could picture his face. I can't remember the guy's name. Not Morty Schaefer. Who the hell is it? Martin Short.
The voice. It's in my head now. Charles Bronson.
Walter Cronkite.
Robert Stack.
No idea.
That would be 1, Robert Stack. So, Sean, with your guess of 2, picking up 1 point. Onward and upward now. Question 3, back to current events. Last week, the Winter Olympic Games kicked off in which... Sabrina.
Milan. Italy. In Milan, Italy. In Italy. In... They kicked off in...
All right. Sounds like she's wrong.
All right. He didn't say next.
That is incorrect.
Damn. I'd like to hear the whole thing.
Last week, the Winter Olympic Games kicked off in which host city?
Go ahead. Smarty pants.
Oh, God.
Fart nugget.
Sean. Italy. Shouldn't have chimed in. I can't remember. I haven't watched any of it. I haven't watched a single moment of it yet.
C-Lane.
Is that a pass? Pass. C-Lane.
I think it says Milano Cortina.
That is correct. Milano Cortina. C-Lane picking up that point. C-Lane.
Wait. What do you mean it says? It says?
Like,
where does it say?
On the side, like when you're watching the luge, it says it everywhere.
Milano Cortina.
Not like on an article you're looking at right now or something?
I don't even have a keyboard in front of me.
All right. What a loser. Guy's poor. No keyboard over there.
One keyboard / 4 computer monitors.
There's 4 keyboards in this room.
C-Lane, out of
5
8 answers, how many do you think said Milano Cortina? 5.
I'm gonna.
I said the
It
nickname.
needs to be that Milano Cortina.
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna go with another 4.
4.
Probably too high.
5 for Sabrina.
3 for me.
And 3 for Sean. Question number 3 with answers of 3, 4, and 5. By the way, Sean, if you're not watching the Olympics, what are you doing? Last week, the Winter Olympic Games kicked off in which host city?
Milan Cortina.
Rome. Milano Cortina.
It's Milano Cortina?
Milan Cortina. Milan something. Milan Cortina.
Milan Cortina.
That would be 6.
Babadaboo.
So Sabrina with a guess of 5, picking up 1 point. Coming up is question 4. That's the halfway point here on Fritz on the Street. After question 4, I will tell you who is leading so far on the day. And question 4 goes like this. In which city was the Star-Spangled Banner written?
C-Lane.
C-Lane, I heard.
Philadelphia.
That is incorrect.
Oh, no. Damn it.
Sabrina.
Sean.
Sabrina.
Roanoke.
That is incorrect.
Sean.
New
York City?
That would be Baltimore, Maryland.
Where the Key Bridge is?
Yeah, didn't I get knocked down?
Yes, it did.
And yeah,
well, there's a reason it got built and named that.
It was Francis Scott Key. C-Lane, you got question 3 right. We will start with you. Out of 8 answers, how many do you think said Baltimore, Maryland?
I'm going to go with 3.
Good morning, Baltimore. 3. 3 for Sabrina.
4.
And 4 for Sean. Question 4 with answers of 3 and 4.
Ding, 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 ding.
Who knows their patriotic anthems? In what city was the Star-Spangled Banner written?
Charlotte.
Baltimore. I pass. Boston. Fort McKinley. I've been there. Baltimore, Maryland.
Philadelphia. My home city, Baltimore, Maryland.
Woo! That would be 3. So
Yeah,
Sabrina
baby.
and C-Lane picking up 2 points each. Getting it right on the money, Sean, with your guess of 4, picking up 1 point. And that means with 4 questions down, 4 remaining. In first place with 5 points, Christopher Lane / Brian from Groveland. And then we have a tie for second and third, 4 points each. Sabrina / B Dobbs and Sean / Man Kickin'.
Come on, Man Kickin'. Here we go.
Question number 5. At the age of 47, singer Brad Arnold passed away.
C-Lane.
C-Lane?
3 doors down.
3 doors down is correct. Full question. At the age of 47, singer Brad Arnold passed away. Best known for contributions to which American rock band? I think all of these questions are about America. C-Lane, out of 8 answers, how many do you think said 3 doors down?
6.
5.
5 for Sabrina.
7.
And 7 for Sean. Question 5 with answers of 5, 6, and 7.
Ding, 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 ding.
Someone knows their music. At the age of 47, singer Brad Arnold passed away. Best known for contributions to which American rock band?
3 doors down. 3 doors down. The Eagles. Wasn't Nickelback, was it?
3 doors down.
3 doors down. 3 doors down.
Sugar.
That would be 5.
Damn.
That means Sabrina is picking up 2 points on that one. And C-Lane with your guess of 6, picking up 1 point.
Damn it.
3 remaining now. Question 6. What invention caused the Pony Express to be discontinued? Sabrina.
The invention of the telegraph.
C-Lane.
That is correct.
Oh.
Nicely done. You got to feel good about that one, baby.
Yeah, I know my telegraphs.
Sabrina, out of 8 answers, how many do you think said the telegraph? Goodbye, ponies.
It's been nice.
4.
4.
3.
3 for Sean.
I'm going to go 4.
And 4 for C-Lane. Question 4 with answers of... question 6 with answers of 3 and 4.
Ding, 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 ding.
Someone knows their ponies. What invention caused the Pony Express to be discontinued?
The locomotive.
The railroad?
Telegraph. Let's go telegraph.
Wait, telegraph.
Come on.
The train?
Telegraph.
The automobile.
That would be 4. So Sabrina is picking up a 3-pointer on that one.
Kobe.
Picking up 2 additional points. And C-Lane with your guess of 4, picking up 2 points. Sean with your guess of 3, also picking up 1 point.
I'll take it.
Question 7, back to current events. Nancy Guthrie, mother of NBC Today Show host Savannah Guthrie, is missing after she was kidnapped. Sabrina.
Albuquerque.
That's incorrect.
Sean.
C-Lane?
Arizona.
Arizona is correct. I was going for state.
Albuquerque was still wrong.
Even then it was too
Definitely wrong.
I was going to politely correct.
First letter was all right.
C-Lane, you're picking up that bonus point. Out of 8 answers, how many do you think said Arizona? Full question was, is missing after she was kidnapped in which U.S. state?
8.
8.
7.
7 for Sabrina.
7.
And 7 for Sean. Question 7 with answers of 7 and 8. Nancy Guthrie, mother of NBC Today Show host Savannah Guthrie, is missing after she was kidnapped in which U.S. state?
Nebraska.
Arizona.
Arizona?
Pennsylvania. West Virginia.
Okay.
New Mexico.
North Carolina.
I don't know.
Was she in Washington?
That would be 2.
This has been all over the news for a minute now.
Yeah, no points awarded on that one. Quite disheartening, but that's okay. We have 1 question left, but before we do, let's take a look at the leaderboard. In first place with 10 points, C-Lane/Brian from Groveland.
What?
In second place with 9 points, Sabrina/B Dobbs. And in third place with 5 points, Sean/Man Kickin. Question 8, usually about a capital. What is the capital of Puerto Rico?
Sabrina.
C-Lane.
Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico. San Paulo.
That is incorrect.
Sean.
San Juan is correct.
I knew it was one of the sands.
Following up, so that concludes all of my questions about America. Sean, out of 8 answers, how many do you think said San Juan?
I think 7.
7?
5.
5 for C-Lane.
6.
And 6 for Sabrina. Question 8 with answers of 5, 6, and 7. Could this be...
Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah, someone's picking up 2 points. Who is it? What is the capital of Puerto Rico?
San Juan. I give up.
San Juan.
San Juan.
San Jose.
San Juan.
Can't tell you that. San Juan.
That would be 5. That means C-Lane is picking up 2 points, and Sabrina, with your guess of 6, picking up 1 point. And that means winner of the day with 12 points. That would be C-Lane, Christopher Lane /
Yeah, baby.
Brian from Groveland.
There you go,
Congratulations.
Brian. Happy birthday.
In second place with 10 points, Sabrina/B Dobbs.
Sorry, B Dobbs.
And in third place with 6 points, Sean/Man Kickin. That means the new totals in first place. And still leading on Fritz on the Street with 29 points, Christopher Lane.
Yeah.
In second place with 25 points, Sabrina Ambra. And in third place with 19 points, Sean Wasson. And that is Fritz on the Street.
Thank you, Fritz.
There he goes. Fritz on the Street, another beating for me. It was not a pretty performance
You got
by any
San Juan now.
stretch.
You're the man who got kicked.
I mean, I should get San Juan. I've been there twice, so at this point in time. Actually, maybe 3 times.
I was surprised you didn't chime in quicker on that.
You know what, C-Lane? I, for years, have been wondering why I don't just say my name faster and then just go for it. But I have a different mode that I go into, which is called loser mode in my house. And I wait too long, and I don't say anything, and then I don't win.
Sean,
do not win.
Do you, forgive me if I'm speaking out of line, but maybe bring back Mayhem?
Mayhem.
It's a little early for Mayhem.
Come on. Fritz is right to point it out already. Mayhem could possibly help. I'm already down by a large margin. I didn't, it didn't go unseen to me what the scoreboard was saying. I fell back 6 points or something, 6 points. One battle. It's bad. But we shall see as the year trudges on.
I mean, 6 points behind Sabrina.
6 points behind you today is what I meant. Behind you.
Oh, yes.
Just today alone. Yes. Yeah. But thanks for making it worse. I really appreciate that. Nice.
Boom.
Do we still have that scoreboard?
Yes. Yeah. We could see it when you're, when you're rolling.
There
Right.
it is.
You just can't. Yeah. You can see that. Okay. I can see.
I can see it now. Yeah.
You see how it says my points are only 6? Yeah, that's.
Luckily for Sean, I don't have the full year score set up yet.
I'm doing that Fox News math real quick. I think Sealand has double what I have.
Yeah. Put two together.
That is twice as many points.
Correct,
That is
yeah.
2 times as many as I have. All right, he's the best of the best. There he is, Fritz.
Love you, Fritz.
on
I
the
love you
screen.
guys. Thank you so much.
Good to see you. All right, we're going to take a quick
Get out.
break. When we come back, we got more updates on all the big stories that we've been covering. Somebody said, hey, why don't you cover this? This young girl is missing, and we've already got some responses to that story, too. And there's new video in the Savannah Guthrie case, so we'll see where all of that goes. Lots of reactions on the way as well as we roll on in the show, and that's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio.
Hello. Man kicking, I want to apologize.
If you're just starting off your commute or going to grab a bite to eat, you won't be
I really let you down.
in trouble. There's some slowdowns on
I don't answer fast enough.
Phillips and Gentry
Sean,
Celebration
Sean.
area between Austin
Say
and
Sean,
Culver and Sandlin
Sean.
Road. Expect delays in both directions.
I just don't do it.
Affecting your ride.
I end up distracted.
Traffic troubles
I got like news updates coming in. I'm on my phone, looking at my phone. You know what? There's no excuse. I didn't win. I'm sorry, man kicking. I'm sorry.
This report is sponsored by Rasmussen University.
Whether you're new to nursing or looking to advance your degree.
Only pussies apologize? It's your autism, Sean? Yikes!
Because when you're ready to care for others, we're
How dare you?
Learn more at rasmussen.edu.
I'm an honest man. So I'm here to say that man kicking, I have let you down, and for that I apologize. I would give you a prize for the failure, but that just, to be honest, would kind of upend the whole idea of the game because the winner wins. And I can't have my loser win along with the winner. It's not good. Folks, quick ask from you here. Quick ask from you. 2 things. Somebody hit the link to the poll, please, in chat on YouTube and Twitch. thenewsjunkie.com/poll, thenewsjunkie.com/poll. That's 1. Number 2, take just a moment, please, YouTubers. Take just a moment and hit that like button, if you don't mind. Help us propel the stream to the top. Greatly appreciated. Do some of your vocal exercises to calm down. I do those before the show. I just pull up a Wikipedia list of slurs, and I go bop-a-da, dop-a-da, dop-a-da, bop-a-da, dop-a-da, bop-a-da, bop. Go all the way down the list. And then one of them I say with authority each week. It's like, BAM! And I get one in there as hard as I can. It's usually the Polish one. Sorry, Poles. Sorry. Fart nugget? Love the shirt. Is that what you need? Thank you. Is it too tight? I was wondering about that. Because I've only shaved 4 pounds so far. 216-ish was the start, so 5 pounds from that, I'm at 211 right now. It's going too slow. I need to get under 2. I'm hoping to be under 210 next week, easy. Under 210 next week, And then sights on either 190 or 185. I got to find out which weight I get to where I'm like, that's where I look nice, but I don't look gaunt. And once I get to that weight, I'm going to go full on with the weights. I'm going to really start to whip myself into shape. You want to see that hot nut bod? I'm working on it. I'm not going to be as big as him, though. I'm going to be bigger. Thank you for putting the poll over on YouTube. Not a single person, on Twitch. Not a single person put the poll on YouTube. 169 votes. No. Should plant-based milk be called milk? No is winning. No is winning. 57.99 to 42. Two minutes and we're back live on the show. And we'll take a look at this new video that's come out. Let's see. How tall is Sean? 6 foot tall. 6 foot on the nose. I think she was trying to say nugget and knocker at the same time. Nugget and knocker? Ooh, that'll do it to you. Sometimes people have it shows you what kind of person they are with the level of flex we'll give people in these situations. Like, I'll never forget the poor guy that said Martin Luther Coon. The poor guy that said Martin Luther Coon Jr. instead of Martin Luther King Jr. when he literally just screwed up and they bounced that guy out of his job. Because we were dead in the center of retard era, and for God's sake, they drummed that guy out of his job. Guy's probably destitute now, never work again because of a slip of the tongue. Unbelievable. With shoes on, Sean, asking for Kurt? No, this is usually just in boxers. That's it. I gotta be as light as I can for the weigh-in. You're still in the retard era? You can get out of it. You're allowed to say all sorts of stuff again, thank God. Because all you had to do was realize that the word police people, the PC, the politically correct people, they just wanted to find a new way to be bullies. They didn't really care about racism, because if you disagree with them, they'll be racist to you. They didn't care about sexism, because disagree on one thing and they'll be sexist. Or if you're fat or you're ugly or whatever, you'll get it on all fronts. So disengage. Try to live your life by your own set of rules. Try to be good to people. And be careful when saying fart nugget. Dangerous road. All right, here we go.
To Milano Cortina not just to compete, but to continue her reign as one of the most dominant athletes in history. For more Winter Games gold, search Olympics on the iHeartRadio app.
For all your plumbing needs, go to modernpi.com.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Bank. B-A-N-K. Bank. Enter it now at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
Riding the daily roller coaster of viral news from the front row.
You can join the show. That's right. Join the show with your thoughts. Whatever is on your mind, you can be like, Sean, thank God. Thank God you're saying it. Nobody else is. Or, Sean, how dare you? Whatever you got at thenewsjunkie.com, you'll see where you can record a dispatch. You can record it right on your phone from the website and shoot it over. If you want to record a video dispatch, well, you can do that too. It's nice and easy over on thenewsjunkie.com. There are a lot of updates on the Nancy Guthrie front. But the thing that I continue to see, which I find to be so interesting, is this debate over whether this person is like a trained assassin of some type and or this person is like a bumbling idiot. And everybody is viewing this on the most binary level in the history of binary. Like where everybody just abandoned binary on everything else.
Non-binary.
And now they've gone into like weird territories where I have to be very careful with my words, because if I go, nobody likes this. Well, there's one person, here he is, and he really likes this. This guy's a diaper fetishist or whatever. There's a lot of people who get very particular with things. And then when you talk about this, you talk about professional versus like an amateur and somebody who's going to abduct somebody. Everything's so rigid. There's no flexibility. For me, when I see the guy who is on that security footage that they recovered from Nancy Guthrie's cameras, the doorbell camera in particular, there may be more, but I see somebody who at least thought about this quite a bit. I don't see somebody who just thought, well, there's a commercial break in the television show that I'm watching, so let me go over and grab Nancy Guthrie here.
My new backpack from Walmart.
I think they planned this out. They bought the backpack. They bought the mask. They thought about leaving fingerprints. They thought about cameras, not enough to be ready. They still looked really amateurish when they tried to put a little plant over the camera.
So that being said, though, Sean, like, yes, they pre-planned it, but does that indicate that they've kidnapped before?
Well, I don't think I don't think this person kidnapped before, because I don't think that many people on planet Earth have kidnapped before. I think that's a really, 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 really small group of people. I don't think this person was like, a lot of people are suggesting a cartel hitman type, a career criminal who constantly gets involved in this kind of stuff. Something like the bad guy from the movies. I don't think that's going on.
That would be a team of people.
But I don't think this was on a whim. I think this was very planned out. And at the end of the day, when all these law enforcement sources are coming forward and going, oh, this guy was just an amateur, I'm like, damn, you must think the police and FBI are doing a terrible job. Because if this person was such an amateur, they haven't found them. They haven't found them and located them and arrested them. And we learned a lot of stuff this week. We learned that there was another suspect for a while. Some additional details on that other suspect suggest the person who was like, it wasn't me, I want to go by Carlos. And his mother-in-law, who was like, he didn't do it, he didn't know about this. When the details started rolling in on that, I said, hey, be careful with just going, hey, this guy said he didn't do it, so therefore he didn't do it. They're all going to say that. I said he got a judicial warrant. They had a warrant signed to search this guy's house. They must have had more. Now it's leaking out that the person who they were searching, it was the only person of, I don't know if they call him a person of interest or a subject or whatever. They've been using lots of different language. This person was matched up with a lot of the cell phone towers that they were looking at.
Oh, the pings.
Yeah, and they were saying that this person's phone and other information put them near where this happened. And then I think they also kind of lined up with the eyes of the masked individual and suggest it could be a match there. And they used that information and perhaps some more to get a warrant on this guy. I don't know. I mean, there's probably more about why they were chasing that lead down so hard, but they didn't find anything at his house. So,
but it also
they
could
haven't,
be,
and they haven't arrested him, just for the record.
As far as the judge signing off on this, and there are relationships and judges that I imagine are gone to in moments like this where you need the warrant signed immediately, that they will be there ready to sign it. Of course, they look everything over, nothing illegal done, but I think that there are folks that they go to who are like, okay, we've trusted your police work in the past. Go ahead. This
I think it's
like
more difficult than you're
cause to
thinking.
me.
This is literally why there's the whole fight over ICE saying that they can go around judicial warrants, meaning a warrant signed by a judge, not an administrative warrant, which is a warrant signed by somebody who's like not a judge, an employee of something else. And judges, I think they are fairly. That's why I put a little bit more weight in it. I'm like, judges don't go signing stuff like this willy-nilly unless they thought there could be some connection and they wanted to see if this woman was like at this person's house. More will come out about that eventually. Could have been that they were just totally and completely wrong. But what I'm saying is they don't rubber stamp these things, generally speaking. It's not the
No, and
super
it's an emergency
easiest thing.
situation, assuming they're hoping that Nancy's still alive, so this has to be acted upon quickly.
Sure. I mean, we'll learn more about what was behind the, them getting a warrant to begin with at some point in time. But they were saying it matched up with some of the cell phone signals and all of that good stuff. Celine had sent over that there was another video of a man that they were looking at. And this story says, Nancy Guthrie, new video of man with similar backpack just before kidnapping. The man in this video, recorded 5 miles from Nancy Guthrie's home, is on the FBI's radar, TMZ had learned. And the timing of the video is critical. Law enforcement sources tell TMZ the FBI is lasering in on the man in the video who's both wearing and carrying backpacks right around the time of the kidnapping. Now, I'm looking at him here, and they showed the guy outside somebody's recycle bin, I think, in their yard. And it says the backpack the man is carrying appears to have reflective straps, similar to the one the apparent kidnapper was wearing as he approached Nancy's front door. It's unclear if the reflectors on the shoulder straps or on the side of the backpack, but they think it's this bag that's from like a Walmart. The backpack seen at Nancy's house is a Walmart Ozark Trail hiker, according to TMZ. The authorities have confirmed that they do believe that that's the case.
Right. So this is not just like internet sleuths are largely thinking this is the backpack. Like the authorities have said, hey, this is what we think this is.
Yeah, they agree that that's the case. No new press conferences or anything, but I want to look at this new footage. I don't know if there's any audio on it or anything, but I'll take a look here. Let's see. No audio. You just see a person going up to a recycle bin. They do have 2 backpacks. One backpack does look a little more suspicious, like the high-vis one. And they're trying to go over a wall here, best I can tell.
Looks like they're trying to get in a gate or something.
Yeah. Yeah, this is on February 1st at around 1:53 a.m. However, this person does not have anybody with them. There is nobody with them that we can see.
But why?
I can't see if they're at like somebody's house.
Why blur out the face and release the footage? Like, wouldn't?
I'm not sure why they would do that.
Talk to him and cross him off the list if he's not.
Yeah, I mean, if they have any level of confidence that this guy was involved in the same thing, I don't know why they would have done that. But he is censored in the footage that we're looking at here. Now, it could be that the going around the neighborhood door to door, they might have gone around with a photo uncensored of this guy. And I'm also imagining wherever they got this security footage for. Let's just use our brains here, right? If I'm using my brain, the person who gave the police this security footage must have told the police, we don't know who this guy is and we don't know what he was doing by our gate.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they're going to clear things up real quick and go, oh, no, we know who that is. Totally normal that they would be here.
Yeah.
The reason why they released this footage is because they don't know who Frank is.
Backpack Frank. He loves backpacks.
They're like, what the hell is this guy doing and why was he over here? And again, this is about 5 miles from the house when that happened. So that's another piece of information popping up. On another front entirely, there is a restaurant that is announcing a huge change. And I think maybe this will cause a ripple effect that will change chain restaurants in the United States of America for the better.
Okay.
What is the announcement here? Who is making this announcement? It's a huge chain. You have heard of them before. They are making a change, and I think other places may follow suit because if they start putting this in commercials, it'll be a big deal. What is all this about? That plus jury duty coming up next on the News Junkie.
If AI ran this station, it'd be organized. And nobody wants that. Real Radio 104.1, guaranteed human.
This is 3-time Pro Bowler Sean Merriman. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Rasmussen University.
The Magic had their 3-game win streak snapped, losing at home to the Bucks. Desmond Bain 31 in the loss. Magic hit the All-Star break at...
Hello. YouTubers, like that stream and subscribe. If you're not, please subscribe. Excuse me.
In your life, skip over the boring gift and head straight for hammer and nails grooming for guys.
Yeah.
Especially if your man has not.
Shouts out to Gene doing a great job on the camera work this week. Almost infallible. Infallible. He didn't make a mistake.
Because looking sharp should feel just as good. Locations are in Oviedo.
Question for you chatters. Anybody who's good at working around the house and fixing things, I have a question for you. My broadcast desk here. Now there's a small bit of dust on it, which, you know, I kind of constantly clean off. But there's a bit of a haze especially in high-use places, right here. Haze all over the top of my broadcast desk. And I would like to keep it pristine. I want everything to be nice in this studio. If you have a black desk with a little bit of a shine to it on the top, what is that haze and how do I get rid of it? Anybody know? Is it wood? Yes, of course it's wood. Let me try to get a good shot of it. Okay. I don't know if you can see this, but that's it. It's like a haze on the top of the broadcast desk, and I like to keep things clean, so I'd like to get rid of it, but I don't know what. I've tried lots of stuff. I've tried spraying on all the cleaners you could think of, and I clean it, and the haze stays. Murphy's, Old English, stop getting, what? What? If you sand or buff it, it's going to remove the finish. Well, I don't want to do that. They're micro scratches. You can polish them out and put a glass top on the desk. It's an interesting idea, actually. Haze be gone? I don't think that's real. If it's truly wood, use Murphy oil. No, this is serious. Like, it's like this thick. This is a custom thick desk that I had built. Some listener forever ago was like, oh, you're trying to build a studio in your house? This was like 12 years ago. And they said, I can make a desk for you. And they designed the desk. And I made a whole bunch of changes. And then this is what they came up with. And it's built like the best thing you can ever think of desk-wise. I can't curse right now. But as much as I like it, I want to get that haze off of there. The glass top will F up the mouse functionality. I don't use a mouse, but I hear you. That pen is leaving little scratches. You know what the pen does? I have the pen in my hand a lot, and I move around like this. The microphone cord has pen marks. Back, forth, back, all over it. Thank you for your advice and your suggestions. I see them. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. All right, here we go. Coming back.
Need to stay a victim. Because this tax season, fraud-paying American is something no American should have to claim. Save up to 40% off your first year with the promo code BECK. Visit lifelock.com. Terms do apply.
At Lowe's, Blueprint Takeoffs turn your blueprints into quotes faster. Bring your plans to the Lowe's Pro Desk and get help streamlining the estimating process. Then when your order's ready, Lowe's delivers to the job site.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
Mainlining today's top stories. You're listening to the News Junkie, Sean Wasson.
So good to be with you. So good to chat with you. Thanks for hanging out with us. It's much appreciated. Learn more about the show on the website. And even chime in on the poll. The final say in this whole debate, all right? Should anything that is plant-based be able to call itself milk? The most contentious poll. It's gone back and forth a million times. This is going to settle it all. The poll to end all polls on the milk front. I'm checking the poll right now over on the newsjunkie.com/poll, and 58% no. Good on you, folks. Should plant-based milk be called milk? 58% no to 41%. The no's are rising up, and I'm glad to see it. We really need to shut this down forever, please.
I think that everyone else who knows that they would say yes, put down your soy milk, put down your oat milk, put down your nut milk, and answer that damn poll.
Or it'll be too late. Then it's over, and then we've decided forever on the show we're going to respond to whatever the results are here, and we'll never talk about this again. thenewsjunkie.com/poll. Get in on the action right now. All right, here we go. Let's see. We're all teed up and ready to go, so let's do jury duty.
Court is now in session, so put your phone down and pay attention. Before we call the bailiff over to whip your ass, you're now on jury duty with the News Junkie.
Jury duty brought to you by the one, the only Mo DeWitt of the DeWitt Law Firm. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. 800-CALL-MO, 800-CALL-MO, or go to justcallmo.com. After an accident, there's lots of places you can turn to help you out with your case against the insurance companies, but be smart about things. You know Moses DeWitt from the show, and it's time now that you reach out to him and battle those insurance companies. 800-CALL-MO, 800-CALL-MO, or go to justcallmo.com. All right, Steve had an update about the missing girl from Oviedo. Somebody said, all the attention on this Nancy Guthrie case, and there's a missing girl in Oviedo. And this happens all the time. The first question people say is like, would this happen if they weren't famous? And it's like, yes, it probably would. It's a very interesting story with lots of twists and turns. Even if Savannah Guthrie wasn't attached, we would be paying attention at this point, I believe. Yes, totally. Second question is like, what if it wasn't a white lady? And it's like, okay, same thing. If a story has all the right elements and people are guessing and there's a huge audience for it and all the TV stations realize people want updates, yes, they will 100% follow any of these stories, no matter what's involved, old person, young person, or whatever. But when a teenager goes missing and it's, you know, there's circumstances around this that makes it look like it's another runaway, a lot of times that doesn't get as much attention, but doesn't mean we can't pay attention to it. Here's Steve.
I read about the 15-year-old girl that was missing from Oviedo last night, and according to her dad, she ran away from home. So it looks like she's intentionally trying not to be found.
Yeah, I mean, that's the case with so many of these missing teenager stories. We all probably have some story about when we got in a big fight with our parents and we were going to leave and we were going to run away. And most of the stories about missing persons are wrapped up in a very short period of time. They find the person and they're done with it. I say this not to say that nefarious stuff doesn't happen, but I say this now to combat this overall narrative that was kind of in the email, I think, or whatever it was from before, that there's all kinds of abducting of children going on all the time. I think the amount of children, what are the numbers? See, like, how many children are abducted in the United States every year? Not run away, none of that stuff. But I think maybe the question of abducted will make it just boil down to the actual people that we're looking for here.
They're saying between 800,000 to over 840,000 are reported missing each year in the U.S., averages 2,100 a day. True stranger abductions are rare, with estimates ranging from 100 to roughly 350 cases annually.
So 100 to 300 people are involved in these sort of cases. Is that right?
They're calling like true stranger abductions versus runaways or custodial disputes.
The thing that I would say is every parent's worst nightmare. Like, you don't wish this on your worst enemy. Some weirdo creeper is watching and grabs your kid and runs away with your child. And everybody is constantly on edge for stuff like that. And I mean, I've seen parents freak out about this. One time, Courtney and I were going on a walk, and there was a mom who comes out the front door of her house. It's like this hippie lady down the street. And she goes, "Have you seen my daughters?" And I go, we're just walking by right now. How long have you not seen them for?" And she goes, "I don't know. They're not here. They're not here. They're not anywhere." And I go, "Okay, well, you know, we'll go this way, and if we see anything, we'll bring them back to you or what." So I've seen it. I've seen the fear in many parents' eyes. I've been worried myself. I've told the story about accidentally leaving Dylan at Disney World and accidentally getting on the monorail as we drove away from him. He was a little older at that time, not too old. It was maybe 8, 9, something like that. Maybe, I don't know, maybe a little older than that. But still felt bad about that. But I don't believe there's a whole side of TikTok in particular that's like so paranoid about kids being abducted, about sex trafficking and human trafficking, and it's spread all over the social media.
Instagram, Twitter, y'all see this?
And I think one of the biggest reasons for that is because people just throw out words anymore. They don't really define them. They don't really focus on if people understand what they're talking about. Mass shooting used to mean one thing, and now it's warped into meaning another thing. Things are included that you wouldn't consider to be included. And when people say human trafficking, the vast majority of human trafficking is people illegally entering with assistance into a country like the United States of America. That's what human trafficking is. You're from Chihuahua, Mexico, and the cartels have forced you out of town because it's too dangerous there and you don't want your family to be there. You haul ass and you pay some coyote, $10,000 that you saved up to bring you across the border illegally into the United States of America. That is human trafficking. We have a very movie-like, very thriller-like description of this for many of us, and I don't think that's 100% accurate. It happens, and I want it to happen 0 times, but it doesn't happen as much as a lot of people think. It's like cops shooting people and killing them, especially when they're unarmed. So here's the girl in particular, the update on this from our friends over at Fox 35. And this says, Florida missing child alert has been issued. Her name is Jade Toth, so we'll give them both attention. A white female, 15 years old, 5'6", 120 pounds, brown hair and brown eyes. Fox 35 has the photo of this 15-year-old girl. Oviedo police said she could be in the Tampa or Clearwater area with 3 unknown females. So they think she ran away with some friends.
Okay, friends'
people.
parents? Just cool with where?
Don't know. They said unknown females. Oviedo police currently looking for a 15-year-old Jade Toth. Here's some more photos of Jade. And they're looking for her right now. And they believe she has a hoodie and a black backpack, sweatpants on. And they believe she'll be in the Tampa Clearwater area. And like I thought, they think that she's a runaway. She's a runaway, has run away from her family. Hopefully she goes back. Hopefully everything's okay. Jade, whatever's happening at your house, if you're out there somewhere, it can be resolved. You can sort it out. Your parents are worried about you.
So grounded.
You might be in a little trouble, but they can sort all this out. So there is the update on that particular case.
I would say take away her cell phone, but then how they're going to track her?
We might need that, actually. Real quick, I said this earlier, so let me pay this off. I said a big restaurant is making a change. I think it could be the domino that falls that makes a lot of other competitors change what they're doing. This may seem like a small deal, but it was just announced by, I told you you've heard of this place, a little restaurant called Steak and Shake.
Oh, yeah, baby.
That's right, Steak and Shake.
Many
and
a drunk nights there.
They've announced this. Steak and Shake is removing all microwaves from its restaurants. We expect every single Steak and Shake to be microwave-free by April 15th. Quality restaurants don't need microwaves. It's part of our journey to improve food quality and use traditional methods of cooking only. Eat real food, says Steak and Shake. And I think this could be interesting. Like if they did a national campaign about all these other restaurants cooking your food in microwaves, like, hey, come to Steak and Shake. We cook it up right. We don't use microwaves. None of our Steak and Shake locations have microwaves. I think that could be powerful because maybe I'm wrong on this, but I still am a firm believer that most people who go to like an Applebee's or a Chili's or something, you still picture a person with a chef's hat back there.
Oh, like, absolutely.
Jing, 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 making stuff, working on your food.
More egg rolls.
It is a row of microwaves. All right. There's probably a flat top. There's a couple other things too, but it is microwave crazy back there. Each item that you order on a menu of a chain restaurant like this has a little piece of laminated paper with it. And it gives you the instructions on how to prepare the dish. So it's the same every time. And usually it's like, put the mashed potatoes in the microwave in this mashed potato bag. And all of it is cooked. Not all of it. The majority of this stuff, no matter where you go, is made in these microwavable bags. So many of the places you order food from and pay are using microwaves.
For a quick turnaround, I imagine, though, right?
But a lot of them. Yeah.
So this is what concerns me about Steak and Shake. Because if they're like, we vow not to do it, will the service keep up? Especially when you have like a concert just came out or a rave show and all the drunk people are now there wanting their food. Is it going to be an S show?
I'm
curious.
They
got it figured out.
What was Steak and Shake making in a microwave? Their menu's not that complimented.
Open kitchen.
Complicated.
No, that's what I was looking at.
Their menu is very complimented. I compliment their menu.
They're going to make a burger on the grill, right? Okay, all their burgers on the grill. obviously, if you have a milkshake, you ain't making that in a microwave. We're all smart enough to realize that.
You haven't lived until you have a microwave milkshake.
Hot dog, maybe.
No.
Chicken fingers. Chicken fingers could be something that they microwave there, the kid stuff.
But not microwave
Yeah, the
that
fryer.
we know it. It's like convection oven, is it not? Or like
they have like
flash microwave.
It's not going to look like the same microwave that you have in your house. They have like commercial microwaves, but they literally make a lot of the food in those things.
Really quick, are we calling what they have at Subway or behind the counter at 7-Eleven? Are we calling that a microwave? Like that really fast toaster?
I don't think that's
I think
a microwave.
that's convection oven.
Yeah, I think that's more like a mini oven.
Closer to an air fryer, or I think mini oven is more accurate than air fryer. Because I don't know, convection implies that there's air movement inside, like there would be a fan in there.
There'd be a little tiny fan, and then, does convection imply that it has heat on the top and bottom, or is just the fan?
I have a convection oven, and I have the choice. I can convection roast or convection bake. I can't do both.
I will Google.
Simply Jeremy, by the way, on YouTube says, I worked at Chili's, and the only thing they microwave is the kids' mac and cheese and the fajitas, the filling of the fajitas to warm up. I've seen the kitchen.
They microwave the filling of the fajitas?
Unbelievable.
Wow.
Yeah, I've seen the kitchen at like an Applebee's, and it was just a row of microwaves. And I thought, like, well, this is not what I expected back here. I expected there to be, like on Top Chef. I mean, I know it's not Top Chef. I know it's a chain restaurant.
I'm an idiot sandwich.
I expected there to be like stainless steel counters everywhere and people preparing food, and you don't get that as much as you would think.
So, according to the interwebs, 7-Eleven, for example, primarily uses high-speed ventless rapid cook ovens, most notably Turbo Chef Tornado 2.
Right.
Oh, the Turbo Chef?
Which
Tornado
is
2.
What a lot of those places, I think Wawa has the same thing, because like I get their hash browns sometimes.
So
And
they combine, it's all the things, microwave, impingement, and convection.
Hey, they're not cheap, these Turbo Chef things. $18,000 for the Turbo Chef Tornado 2 oven.
Is it worth it, though?
I think they probably last for a very, very long time. This is what I'm talking about. I'll bring it up for those of you on the stream. Like, Turbo Chef, the Tornado. This is so old school.
Programming instructions.
Now let me show you how to access the programming in a Tornado oven. With the oven in the off position, we're going to hit both arrows together.
Never would have guessed that.
Number,
Together?
which in this case is 3. Enter. Be sure to ask your manager for permission to make changes and your code number. It's going to show me the oven set temperature.
I like how he's still wearing the chef's coat. He's still got that going.
I made
for
this
him.
oven, and for the next 17 minutes, I'm going to show you to press buttons.
Dan, those are expensive, but that's their strategy. Steak and Shake was what the announcement was, and maybe they're talking about their chili mac that they make and their cheese fries and stuff.
Your chili, you put in a crock pot. You know, it probably starts as a frozen, bag of chili that's made at corporate or made at some factory and shipped in. You put that in a crock pot. The cheese could also be in a similar vessel. I don't see anything on their menu that I think would be microwave.
Well, here's the thing.
If you work at Steak and Shake, tell us. You could be anonymous. Just send an email, tips@thenewsjunkie.com. What goes in the microwave? Go ahead.
It's just a ploy. They're like, oh, we're microwave free. Come down. No one's going to follow up with it.
I think that's attractive. I think people will go, I want to go to a place where they're really cooking food, where they're not using microwaves. I think that is something that would move the needle for people. But we'll see. All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're running way behind here. But when we come back, we'll get into the power hour of the show. A lot of your feedback is on the way. It's right around the corner. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Congratulations, Chad. You just won $1,000 from Real Radio.
Thank you. I've been playing this game for years.
Who's next? Your chance to win is minutes away, courtesy of Mills Air. iHeartRadio.
Olympics update.
The U.S. is eyeing snowboard medals. Chloe Kim is chasing a third straight halfpipe gold. Meanwhile, Alessandro Barbieri is part of the U.S. men's team competing in the halfpipe tomorrow, hoping hard work pays off.
A lot of pain, blood, sweat, and tears. The moments you don't want to get up, you have to get up.
The U.S. looks to build on short track speed skating success today. The women's 500 meters and the men's 1,000 on tap.
For NBC's live coverage from Italy, search Olympics on the free iHeartRadio app.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
You won't be running into anything unusual if you're just starting off your commute or going to grab a bite to eat. Traffic is up to speed on Florida's Turnpike, I-95. No accidents tying you up or slowing you down. On I-4, it's just going to be typical delays between Dr. Phillips and getting through that Celebration area. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Rasmussen University.
At Rasmussen University.
Hello. God bless you. God bless the USA. Stand by. Yes! YouTubers, hit that like button, please. We're back with the final hour of the show. The Power Hour has arrived. I need to shave. Can you tell? Can you tell? Shave or keep it? Shave or keep it, chat? At this point, what do you think? Shave or keep it? Keep it? Courtney always wants me to grow out a beard, but I don't think she realizes how silly I'd look. Or maybe I just think I'd look silly. Full beard time? Keep it? Extreme close-up? Sean, we need an update on Florida man Andrew Paul Johnson. Who's that? I don't remember that name. Be nice to your beard. Grow it out, keep it, shave it, says Night Nurse. 2 shaves. It's right at the point now where it starts to bunch up a little bit on the sides of where the mustache is. Left half shave, keep the right. That's brave. Sean, how many $1,000s in just couches do you have in that studio? I only have 2 couches in here. And those are probably the cheapest things in this studio, actually. These are not fancy couches. But there's other places where I could trim things. Keep it. Daniel Dennis has been rocking a beard for a bit too. Daniel has like a wizard beard I saw the other day. I was scrolling around on Instagram and I saw one of the Tom and Dan posts, and he's got like a very respected look, wizard beard, a man of wise background, as they say. Broads love the beards. It looks good, Sean. I'm about to turn gay. That's all it took? It's so close. You should see him with his hat off also. Take my hat off. Oh, my hair's a mess. I didn't put anything in it. I never do. What I gotta do is get my hair styled. And get like a regimen going. And then I'll probably rock, maybe on some shows, the no hat look, or at least on videos. I don't know, who knows? Makes it easy in the morning to get ready when I don't have to do too much. The beard would add to that. The simplicity is nice. Shave the beard and put it on your head? Beards are for guys that have something to hide, like Hank Williams? True. That hot dog bush must be out of control? Wow. Wow. Are those AI shoes? No. Are my shoes AI? No. Are you new here? I said my New Year's resolution was shoes in the studio on the show. Well, I don't want to look like some weird hippie in here. I want to look like I'm somebody who, this is work. This is work, you wear shoes. Put your shoes on in the studio. 90 seconds and we're back live on the show for the Power Hour. If I shave my beard, I look like a lesbian? Prove it. Lynn says, Lynn says, worked at Steak and Shake for 5 years. Prep and line person. Microwave pre-portioned chili mac sauce, not the chili that goes on the top, and the kids' mac and cheese. Not much of anything else. Thank you. I'm going to say that when we come back. That's valuable. I appreciate it. Spotlight comment, Lynn. Good job, Lynn. Spotlight comment. Very useful stuff.
What about something classic? Nah. You got any suggestions? Dad rap. Now you speaking my language. Take 5.
All right, here we go.
Nah. You got any suggestions?
Dad rock?
Now you speaking my language. Take 5. The stay in your car 10-minute oil change.
Where do you go to get the best deal on a new Nissan? Everybody knows Sutherland Nissan. U.S. Marine, what's going on, man?
Johnny, we got 0% financing for 60 months on the Rogue, the Pathfinder, and the Murano, and we have our Sutherland for Life lifetime warranty.
Sutherland Nissan, 20 acres of cars, trucks, vans, SUVs. They're located in the big corner of Colonial Drive and Chickasaw Trail. Online, you can find them at OrlandoNissan.com. What you need to do is get to Sutherland Nissan today with approved credit through NMAC.
Win $25,000 in free impact windows from Maurice Windows. Text TRUST to 20129.
Broadcasting live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Need help after an accident? Just call Mo. Learn more at JustCallMo.com or call 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station guaranteed human.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Credit. C-R-E-D-I-T. Credit. Enter it now at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
Dispensing unsolicited advice on a wide range of pointless topics.
At least we got that going for us. It's the Power Hour here on a Thursday. Thanks for hanging out with us here in the world's most viral newsroom. Got a couple of segments ahead of myself. A spotlight comment worth pointing out. That's when you say something that's interesting and adding enough to the show to bring it up on the show. And Lynn says on YouTube, this is in response to the Steak and Shake announcement. Steak and Shake said they're getting rid of all of the microwaves at every Steak and Shake location. They're going to serve healthier food, not cooked in a microwave. That's their argument. Mm-hmm. And they're like, other places that do this are not doing the best for you. So no more microwaves for Steak and Shake. And Lynn says, I worked at Steak and Shake for 5 years. I was a prep and line person. I microwaved pre-portioned chili mac sauce, not the chili that goes on top, the sauce that goes on top, and a kid's mac and cheese. Not much of anything else. Everything else was always fresh, she says.
So it's not a thing. Come on.
It's not a huge change, she says. Well, of course it had to be like a small change because otherwise, like if you told Panera Bread you can't use microwaves at all, it would turn the place upside down. Yeah. They use it for virtually everything. It'd be like telling Subway you have to find another way to toast the subs. Pandemonium in Subway world. It would be a problem for them. But yeah, they've said they're going to do this. I think it's only good. Right?
Subway didn't originally toast their subs, if I'm not mistaken, right? But back in the day when they did, it was like a Quiznos thing, or even Firehouse. That kind of popularity of the hot sub that kind of forced their hand on that. Yeah, but I'm talking about back when Subway. Remember the old Subway cut? It was like they were like cut out the top.
Yeah,
and then and there was like this V of top bread, and then they would build your sub, and then they would put the V of top bread back on it.
It was like a sub roof. There was like a little roof on the top of your sub, and then your food was underneath it, and then they would cut it out again. Yeah, they stopped doing that for some reason.
It was probably other popular subs that people liked that side slit better.
No, amazing that Oh God, what was the one that the place that fast or that microwaves them that you were just mentioning? Quiznos, the toasting. Quiznos changes the whole industry so that everybody toasts their subs now, or ever has the ability to order a toasted sub. And Quiznos nukes themselves out of existence with a commercial so bad that it just ends the company.
An earworm, though, made that weird creature rest in peace light bulb moment. Because we did see earlier in the show the Tornado 2 convection / microwave / fast food oven. They're getting rid of theirs.
Yeah.
So there's going to be a sale somewhere. Maybe we can get one ourselves. Not for $18,000.
Very few people have had commercials so bad for their company.
Or just the Tornado 1. I would settle for a Tornado 1.
I'll go have
that they just totally nuked the thing. This is what I'm talking about. So bad.
We love these songs, 'cause they are good to
Such an ugly commercial.
Tens of thousands of dollars were spent on this.
They are tasty, they are crunchy, they are warm because they toast them.
This ruined a whole company.
They got a pepper bar.
Yeah.
Those new Santa Fe trio.
The pepper bar didn't work. Yeah, it didn't work. They tried and they failed.
I think it would do well in 2026.
Bring back the pepper bar?
No, just that weird ass commercial.
Yeah, I mean, it would stand out, and it did stand out, but it brought them down. It ruined everything for that company when they were I don't know how many locations Quiznos had, but they were in the most major places.
Yeah, they're
for
big.
a while at least. They were a pretty big outlet. All right, let's see what we got for you here. A bunch of stories to work in before the show ends. A lot of people were emailing about Pam Bondi, and we'll get to that. Oh, here are some of the people who were in the crowd that they were labeling as Epstein survivors and what their thoughts were on that testimony yesterday. I told you, there was a lot of ways to go in and fight this and say, hey, the pushback against this is partisan. Hey, this is a sideshow. You could have done a lot of things. But Pam Bondi went in there, and whatever she did was bad. It was so amateur hour. She should be bounced for it. Her head should roll. That was a really, really bad performance. And you have to think about these kind of things. And here's an interview with one of these Epstein victims, allegedly. Here.
What is it like?
Oh, shoot. So quiet.
Testify right now.
Well, let me turn it up.
We expected a little bit more of, on Pam Bondi's part. I think
so quiet.
I think really dehumanized us today. At one point, they asked, if she could apologize to us, and she never did. We all stood up, and a lot of the survivors cried. We stood there, and we almost felt embarrassed that we even stood up, and she couldn't turn around and apologize to us.
So this was one of the people who said that Pam Bondi's performance wasn't good. She's identified as an Epstein survivor. I don't know who all these people are. I know that I was looking at the people that they kept asking to stand up because they would go, if you are an Epstein survivor and you're willing to stand and you wanted to be heard by the Justice Department and you wanted to have them learn from you about what happened in your story, stand. And they all stand, and then they're like, now stay standing if you are an Epstein survivor, and when reaching out, the Justice Department actually did hear from you and question you about your story for this case, and they all sat back down. And when they did that, I was like, there's a guy in there. I didn't know about that part of this. There's a guy. Turns out, I think it was Virginia Giuffre's brother, because Virginia Giuffre was a troubled individual. She lived a life I wouldn't wish on anybody. She had a lot of problems. And she also was undoubtedly victimized by Epstein in the middle of all of that. It's difficult to say what was 100% and what wasn't from Virginia Giuffre's stories, but we can't ask any more questions, and she can't be there because she took her own life. So that's why her brother and sister, I think, too. I think they were both there in attendance at this particular event.
She was married when she passed, right?
Virginia Giuffre? I don't know.
I thought she was.
I remember she was struggling really hard. There was a lot of things about her having problems.
Wrote
and
a
then
book, right?
She wrote a
shortly
book.
after that.
Yep, yeah. She wrote a book, and I didn't read the book obviously, but at the time there was quite a bit of buzz about her book. This is the people doing the hand raising and stuff, and this is her brother, I believe, over here on the right hand side. So, like, let's take the worst case scenario for Pam Bondi here. Let's say these people are all full of it. They're all like hallucinating things. You know, I've heard like, these people were adults, all of them with this. Who cares, right? Let's take all those people and say they're all like partisan guys playing for the other team against Pam Bondi. You still have to have a brain. You're out there representing the White House in this controversial case about the Epstein files. Every time something comes up where somebody goes, hey, why is this blacked out? I, as an observer of this, I'm like, why is that blacked out? Why? Why is that person's name blacked out? Every single time I heard it brought up, I was like, I want to see that person's name revealed. That's not
clear
good.
It's not a victim.
It wasn't a victim in all these cases because of the context. You could see like this was a person who was responding to something that seemed criminal, it seemed bad, and yet their name would be censored. So every time I was like, I would like that person's name revealed. Or I'd like to know a really good reason why that person's name is not revealed. And every time deflecting to like illegal immigrants raping people or killing people in this country, or the stock market being at record highs, it ain't going to land with the average person. That's a stupid look.
Isn't the stock market being at record highs like a good thing?
Yeah, that's what she's saying. She's like, we should be talking about how the stock market is at record highs right now. This is just as strange
so
as a
we
person
should not
saying,
be talking about people getting justice. We should be patting ourselves on the back for other things.
Right. In my view, C-Lane, when somebody tells you what you shouldn't be talking about or what you're talking about too much, as is the case with the Nancy Guthrie thing earlier, I think they're not necessarily telling you what you shouldn't be talking about. They're telling you what they want you to talk about instead. I'd rather hear you talk about this thing. And so from Pam Bondi's perspective, she's like, I'd rather hear you talk about the stock market. Well, of course, dummy. Of course you would. Of course you'd rather just be rainbows and sunshine about the administration that you're part of. Of course. But that's not how average people are going to think about this. The average person doesn't have, and hold on to your butts here, a very good opinion of Jeffrey Epstein. Okay? The average person thinks that Jeffrey Epstein was a predator, a disgusting person who was involved with a lot of like very, very heavy hitters, from Bill Clinton to Steve Bannon and everybody else whose name is in the mix, including Trump and all the other people that they were talking about, right? If your argument is that, hey, Trump didn't have anything to do with any of these young girls, Trump was the one calling out Epstein, he didn't like him, they were both from Palm Beach, but they had a falling out with each other over stuff just like this. And here's emails of Trump saying that Ghislaine is a monster and she's the one behind this, et cetera. Do all of that. Do all of that. Fight for your side and your team and get that out there. But deflecting every time somebody asks why something was blocked out on the report and censored and redacted, it's just not going to land with people. And it didn't land with me. I thought it was really stupid, and I think she should be fired. I thought it was bad. There was a lot of back and forth and screaming over that, but I think you guys kind of get the point on that particular topic. So let's see what else we have here. Let's work in a couple of dispatches while we have a moment. Here is, this is, hold on. I want to make sure I get the right one here. Somebody's talking about the Washington patrol trip conversation from yesterday. I don't know if people are going to remember this. This is what I said. You got to get kids to be more interested in being successful in school. And C-Lane said, book it. Book it was the thing that got me excited in school. And I said, for me, it was
we didn't have
patrol.
Patrol's a good one.
Trying to get in on the, trying to be a patrol and go to Washington, D.C.
What was a patrol? Is it just a club or?
You had the.
It's like you open the.
Oh, you're a
you
hall monitor.
Yeah. Well, we
you
call
had
it
a car
patrol.
line, right?
Oh, is that like a regional thing? I thought everybody called them patrols, patrols.
I definitely was part of that. You were either opening the doors for the car line to let the kids out. You were walking kids that walk to school across the street or something. Mm-hmm. And I forget whatever else it was, but we got the sash. And
you could get people in trouble for running in the hallways.
Oh,
You
no, we
could-
weren't hallway monitors. No.
Yeah, well, they had the
Lucky.
authority for that. At my school, you wore the sash, like that orange sash thing, and you were a patrol, and you were in charge of the hallways. And if kids were running around, you could yell at them, and they could get in trouble because of you. You were kind of a narc in a way. But I really wanted to be that narc because I want to go to Washington, D.C. Worked with a lot of other people, too.
Was there like a patrol convention in D.C.?
They just went to do a tour that this is where the politicians are and this is where, the government stuff happens. And it seemed cool.
Since you're a dirty little narc, this is what you have to look forward to.
You could be one of big-time narcs of the U.S.
This is where you're headed. Here's Indica Soul talking about that.
Sean, first, book it. That was awesome. Love those pizzas.
Yep.
Second, sorry to say, definitely was a patrol. Third, I also did not get to go on the Washington trip.
Oh.
I did all the stuff I was supposed to do. Wasn't allowed to go. Had to go on the Disney trip with everyone else.
Oh,
wow.
Shut resentful.
Yeah, you poor thing. I only got to go on the Disney trip. That's still good. I was excited about those, too, back in the day. Anything where you could go on a trip where you were, like most of the school field trips we went on growing up were the traditional type that you did on the regular school bus.
Mm-hmm.
You got on the school bus and you went to the zoo.
Right. We had a
Science
couple band
museum.
trips where they hired like motor coaches.
Lucky.
That's when you knew you were going somewhere good.
When they had to like we can bring in movies, but they can't be R-rated.
Yeah.
And then
That's when
everyone
you know.
watches on this very tiny
Oh, yeah.
TV.
That was
All
fun, though.
40 of you.
Getting on those tour buses, being in like the more fancy chairs with a seatbelt, actually, I think, on like a school bus, and going anywhere further away was such an exciting thing for me. I don't know why. Maybe it wasn't the same for everybody else, but I would.
The little things, man.
The night before, like if we had a field trip at the school where we were getting on one of those tour buses and we were going for the day, I wouldn't be able to sleep the night before.
Oh yeah.
I'd be so excited that I would be up.
The trip that we took to in 5th grade to like St. Augustine, I think they got us a nicer bus for that just because we were going to be in it longer.
Mm-hmm.
But the other thing I liked about that was like we had to get there really early so we could get to St. Augustine in time to start, looking at forts and stuff.
Right.
And so I had to get up when it was like still dark outside.
Yeah.
And there was something like exciting about that.
That was fun.
Yeah.
And you're like, it's still dark and you're getting on the bus with your schoolmates. I'm not used to seeing them at this time.
Mm-hmm.
What's up, guys? Drinking coffee, smoking cigs.
I know it's dumb, but for some reason that was fun and exciting to me. Real quick tidbit to wrap everything up. I think this will probably be the final nail in the coffin of Super Bowl related talk or
You said that
talk.
yesterday.
This is for realsies. New York City. All right. 1.7 million views on this post. New York City saw a significant reduction in water usage throughout the 5 boroughs of New York during the Super Bowl's Bad Bunny halftime show on Sunday. But in the 15 minutes right after the halftime show ended, there was a spike in usage equivalent to 761,719 toilets flushing across town.
Probably because they all threw up from watching that awful show.
Think of at one time, 761,000 people are all flushing the toilet.
And nothing catastrophic happened?
Nothing, yeah. I wonder, and
Like
again,
a tidal wave of tampons and wipes just headed down Manhattan because of
I'm going to
this
say
flush?
something so stupid, and I apologize in advance, but I want an expert to come in with an email or a dispatch on this, please. If you work in sanitation and you work at the tail end of this where all of the flushed water comes in, do you see like a surge when there's something like this? It's 761,000 people flushing
It's
toilets.
coming!
Is it like
It's the big one. DEFCON crap.
a little toilet tsunami that comes
in Deep Impact when one of the characters decides to just stand on the beach and wait for the giant tidal wave to come?
And they're like, "You idiot! What are you doing?" Are they sitting back at the company, where all the toilet stuff comes in, the sanitation,
Just waiting,
company.
looking at it.
Yeah, and they're like, "Oh, it's rising. We're up 2 inches, 4 inches," whoosh, and like a tsunami comes in. That is got to be the case when you have 761,000 toilets flushing all at the same time.
It's the greatest 8th grade prank of all time.
I like the comments. Matt says, "We want the raw data, please. Can you give me a PowerPoint of that?" Walk me through this, please. I want to know exactly what happened in this case. All right, quick break. When we come back, we'll get into more of the clips that I have here ready to go on a Thursday that we haven't gotten into just yet. So some odds and ends and a bit of a grab bag segment coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Lavine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Lavine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Traffic's starting to slow down on I-4. Not too bad, though. Not really affecting your commute through the city. There's congestion near that 408 ramp junction. You're going to get caught up in some typical delays slowing you down between Dr. Phillips and through that Celebration area. There's an event out in Daytona that's causing some slowdowns on International Speedway Boulevard. There's some off-ramp backup from the interstate there. Just travel with caution on the roadways this afternoon. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline.
Go mic activated. Welcome behind the scenes of the show. The show will be back live in just a moment. I have to get a song ready to end Today I Learned Today.
Rasmussen.edu. If you want to buy or sell your home quickly, call Nickley for a guarantee.
Perfect. Rock and or roll. Breaking news. Some breaking news coming into the studio. Breaking news from the Pima County Sheriff's Department in Arizona. They are, alongside the FBI, investigating the Nancy Guthrie disappearance. There are no press briefings scheduled at this time. Sheriff Nanos is not conducting one-on-one interviews. Should a significant development occur, a press conference will be called. The media will be notified via email. They said this right after saying, investigators are requesting any video showing vehicles, traffic, pedestrians, or suspicious activity from January 1st to February 2nd. From January 1st to February 2nd, you want all suspicious traffic? Wow, that's pretty big. And the link wasn't working. Let me see if it's working now. Nope. And the link is broken to submit footage. Bang up job, Pima County Sheriff. They need any video showing vehicles, traffic, pedestrians, or suspicious activity from January 1st to February 2nd, 2026 in a 2-mile radius. Okay. I don't know what's going on over there, but it ain't very professional, to say the least. It ain't very professional. Plate readers everywhere now? Yeah, I mean, that's just a big net to cast. You know, from the beginning of the year to like a couple of days ago, we want to know if anybody suspicious was driving in this area. Remember when those girls got murdered by that sicko on the bridge? One of the girls, recognizing that something was going wrong, pulled out her phone and secretly recorded this creepo on the bridge behind her. And that was the last clue that they had. Well, they tracked these people down and they followed them because they said, we want footage from this day and this exact time. From anybody from here to here. From this day to this exact time range. And everybody who had a camera anywhere near any of this stuff looked. They found footage. They found vehicles that were very important to the investigation that helped them lock away the person that they believe did this. Pretty crazy. But this is too big of a net. Has to be more refined than that. Watch that documentary. What'd you think about that, Bootsy? Do you think that guy is guilty? Dan says, if you ask for 7 days of recordings and you missed what happened 8 to 9 days earlier, that's a fail. Ask for as much as you can get. Here's the problem I have with that, Dan. If you ask any investigator, if there's a big national thing and everybody's like, send your tips. We need your tips. If you saw anything, let us know. When they just did that in the Nancy Guthrie case, I believe they said they got 18,000 tips. Think about sorting through 18,000 tips to determine 99.99% of them are just useless nonsense, and there's one needle in that haystack. That's a lot of manpower. 2 minutes. I'm coming back live. I have a question for you right now, chat. You guys are going to make the decision. You have unlocked a bonus show this week, an after-show stream. I have promised you that Courtney will be making a star appearance on this stream. However, I'm here to inform you right now that we are off on Monday. So we are live tomorrow and off on Monday. I ask of you, do you want that bonus stream to be Sunday or Monday? Maybe you're working. Maybe we can start at 11 on Monday. I'll compete against myself and best up. Think about that, and when we finalize things here in just a bit, I want to know if you want the bonus show to be on Sunday or Monday. That's one Monday. Please do Monday. All Mondays coming in so far. Mono? I'll take that as a Monday. Monday. Lots of Mondays so far. Monday would be good. Monday, fun day. After work, Monday. All right, a lot of people say Monday. We'll finalize that during the next break.
For more Winter Games gold, search Olympics on the iHeartRadio app.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000.
Here we go.
Tina looking to climb back to the top of the Olympic podium. For more Winter Games gold, search Olympics on the iHeartRadio app.
Real Radio has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Credit. 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 Enter it now at realradio.fm and answer your phone if you get the call. Good luck.
Where breaking news meets broken people. This is the News Junkie.
More about the show over on the website, which is thenewsjunkie.com. Thank you, radio fans, for being here and avoiding the same three songs over and over and over again. There's been a lot of talk about, in the Guthrie case, whether or not the sheriff has been a disaster. And I want to add a little fuel to that fire, if you don't mind, because this just came in moments ago. The Pima County Sheriff said two things in a row. One, they said, and this is the sheriff that, that Nanos guy who is really awkward and has absolutely zero riz.
By himself. He's like, I don't know.
Whispering into the microphone. You can't hear a word.
First rodeo.
And this guy seemed like it, yes. And Pima County Sheriff's Department tweeted out this, or posted on X. There are no press briefings scheduled at this time. Sheriff Nanos is not conducting one-on-one interviews. Should a significant development occur, a press conference will be called and media will be notified via email and our Pima Sheriff X account, right? Okay, fine. Then they said in this tweet, investigators are requesting any video showing vehicles, traffic, pedestrians, or suspicious activity from January 1st to February 2nd, 2026. That's a pretty big window.
And how many people do we have reviewing that footage?
You want people to send in for over a month. You want over a month of vehicles, traffic, pedestrian, or suspicious activity from a 2-mile radius. All videos being reviewed. And the kicker is the link, if you click it to upload a video, is a big fat error.
Okay.
Does not work.
All right.
Does not exist. To anybody who would be submitting this right now, they're clicking the link, error, and it just completely crashes. So everything kind of starts looking like this amateur hour stuff.
I thought the FBI got involved. Everyone was.
The FBI is involved. Yeah, the FBI is involved, but they work in parallel. So they share stuff with each other. The FBI investigates. Pima County Sheriff's Department investigates. They share some resources, but they're also like trying to pull rank on each other. This is our territory, and we're the feds. We're in charge
Happens
now.
all the time. Law and Order SVU.
So they have a submit footage link. They want footage from over a month from a 2-mile radius, and then the link to submit the footage is broken.
They also said that they periodically use the Neighbors app to contact residents with home surveillance cameras. That is the Ring Neighbors app. Requests will come from Pima County Sheriff's Department with a blue check mark. Please verify legitimate post before sharing. So it's like there's going to be a fake sheriff going around asking for your footage as well?
Yeah, when they do that, C-Lane, I don't know anything about this app that goes along with the Ring doorbell.
I love it.
I've seen that it seems a little bit like, tell me if I'm wrong here, seems a little bit like Next Door or something?
It's a lot like Next Door, except everybody is anonymous.
Everybody's anonymous. What did you say? Like user 2658299?
It's just like neighbor 4, neighbor 6, neighbor 17.
Constantly on it. And some juicy stuff, too, because anyone that's commenting is also neighbor 275. But they'll give you the area, which is also peculiar. They won't give you the exact address, but they'll put a circle in the area in which that all went down.
So, like, here's on my feed right now. And mind you, this is for people who have Ring stuff, so you think you'd be sharing video or stuff that's going on around the neighborhood. This is actually nowhere near me, but looking for someone that can recondition deck around pool and paint. We good reference. Maybe with good reference. Spectrum no Wi-Fi again. Anyone else?
A lot of that.
Help me find my dog. There's a lot of that. Anyone know of a store that does alteration? Chlorine smell. We are smelling chlorine really strong.
I got that one too.
Burning my eyes. Anyone else?
Everything is anyone else.
Anytime there's fireworks, anytime there's something that sounds like gunshots.
Bangs? Yeah. Have either of you who have a Ring doorbell, as many people listening to the sound of my voice do, have you ever seen a request for footage from law enforcement?
No.
Not that I recall.
Because I wonder if law enforcement goes, we want to see your footage and we want to see it from this date to this date. And here's our little account with the check marks. It's officially the local sheriff investigating. I wonder if people click yes, if it automatically just dumps all of that access from Ring onto the sheriff, and then they just get this huge database without having to go get each video one at a time. It seems like maybe that's how it works. Anybody in law enforcement who can clarify, I'd love to hear from you before the end of the show here, which is not long away. Tips at thenewsjunkie.com, TIPS at thenewsjunkie.com. The poll in its last moments. If you care about democracy, you need to get your final votes in at thenewsjunkie.com/poll. Right now, the question, should plant-based milk be called milk? I needed to get people off the fence on this issue, and they have. 57% saying no, plant-based milk is not milk. Stop calling it that. 42% saying yes. This is your last opportunity, and this debate dies here and now on this show. So go get those last-minute votes in at thenewsjunkie.com/poll. Chat, put one last link up on Twitch and YouTube for last-minute votes on this. We'll tell you what it looked like and put that poll to bed when we come back. Also, final dispatches, stories that didn't make the cut, and today I learned to wrap everything up for a Thursday. That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Music Weekends, a classic alternative.
as he's honored to lead the team.
But it's really special to be able to wear the C and represent my country in that.
All right, folks, let's wrap it up. Let's wrap it up. It's now time to rate the show. Rate the show out of 10. 10 out of 10 is a winner. It was a banger show. If you say 10 out of 10, you really enjoyed something today. 1 out of 10, not the same. Not a winner, really. I'm going to go grab Today I Learned, so we can do that, but I'm looking at your comments here, and now's the time for you to review the show. Do you rate it a 10 out of 10, something less, or 1 out of 10? Rate the show right now. I'll be right back.
This report is sponsored by Rasmussen University.
Rasmussen University is where passion meets education, offering over 60 career-focused programs ranging from nursing and early childhood education to business and IT. Whether you're starting fresh or leveling up, there's a path here built for your goals. Learn more at Rasmussen.
Did I not print it? Hey, I'm here. Hey. I thought I printed it. What are the rules? 7 out of 10 fart nuggets, 9.6 tater twats out of 10, 8 out of 10 sad videos the last couple of times, 9 out of 10 backed up New York City toilets, 9.6. I give Twitch 100, 10 out of 10 drunk Brits on the street. Frank. Okay, let's try it again. 5. Too many ads, says Nicole. Oof. You got a sub, Nicole. You got that ad-free stream coming.
Hey Orlando, Joe Rossi here for Greenway Kia. Thanks to recent Federal Reserve rate cuts, interest rates are coming down, as low as 0% APR on select new Kias. If you've been thinking about a new Kia, this is your moment. Greenway Kia offers financing options designed to work with today's lower rates, even if your credit
8.8 ring cams out of 10. Hello. Hey, can you see me? Oh, gotcha. Gotcha. Recovered you, little buddy. How you doing? You good? Our chatter of the day. Please get your nominees in now for our chatter of the day. And then we're going to shut things down, and we'll be back tomorrow for a Friday show. Keep your eyes open for another short video on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. Give it a like, give it a watch. I hope you enjoy it. Thank you for supporting the show. Thank you for supporting me. Thank you for being a proud member of Team Sean. Our winner, chatter of the day. He's on Twitch. That's where he be. Many people have said he has a bit of a smell to him. Others have complained criminals shouldn't be allowed in chat. But I say, no way, no how. This guy's a gem. We salute Sour Patch Pete over on Twitch. Sour Patch Pete.
Take care of you. Who better to help you than the top voices in well-being on Audible?
Congratulations.
Start your well-being journey with your first audiobook.
We're coming back.
It's time to take care of you. Who better to help you than the top voices in well-being on Audible? Kickstart your well-being journey with your first audiobook free when you sign up for a 30-day trial at audible.com/wellbeing.
And the winner of the iHeart Podcast Award is...
You can decide who takes home the 2026 iHeart Podcast Awards Podcast of the Year by voting at iHeartPodcastAwards.com now through February 22nd. See all the nominees and place your vote at iHeartPodcastAwards.com.
Audible is a proud sponsor of the Audible Audio Pioneer Award. Explore the best selection of audiobooks, podcasts, and originals all in one easy app. Audible. There's more to imagine when you listen. Sign up for a free trial at audible.com.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by Racing's North Turn, Ponce Inlet.
Because you're never too old to learn something stupid. This is the News Junkie.
Make the cut. And Taylor to wrap everything up for a Thursday. Thank you for being on board with us and hanging out. Learn more at thenewsjunkie.com. A secret show will be tonight, streamed live from this studio. And it's every Thursday around 8 o'clock. We're going to try to go for 8 o'clock on the nose. If you are a Discord user, you can watch the show live. If you don't know how to do that, go to thenewsjunkie.com. If you're a subscriber to Secret Shows, and hit the Discord button, the Discord link there on the homepage. Ask around, and they'll help you out, and they'll get you all ready for tonight's live stream. Now, I told you that there was some updates on the way for this year, including an exclusive stream right on the website. That's not up yet, but it probably will be up in the next month or so. An exclusive stream, so you don't have to go through the hoops of watching on Discord if you don't want to. There'll be a countdown timer on Thursdays, counting to 8 p.m. EST. When that is done, there'll be a live player that appears in an alert, and you can watch in full HD live from the studio, fully uncensored, if you want to watch Secret Shows. It's easy to do. Also,
in a month, are you going to change it so that it counts down to 8 p.m. EDT?
No. Hopefully the developers will figure out all this beforehand and expect any kind of changes. And is that when are we springing forward? Or
yes.
That's already happening?
Jesus,
time
man.
do be flying.
March 8th, I believe.
Yeah, that's not that far away. Yeah,
or the night of March 7th leading into March 8th, I think.
Right. Yeah. All so, right. I mean, that is all coming up soon on the website for subscribers. If you're not able to watch live on Discord tonight around 8 o'clock on the Secret Show stage, you can always wait until everybody else gets the Secret Show, which is on Fridays right before 5 p.m. right there on the website. Learn more about Secret Shows and how you can unlock them at thenewsjunkie.com. Let's see what we have here on the way out. I'm going to just fly through things and see what we missed. The Bitcoin deadlines passed days ago. There was only a tiny bit of activity. There was like $800 that went into the Bitcoin account. Nobody explained why or what. Yeah, just $800 bucks.
Someone probably was like, I hope this helps.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how somebody got that, or did they do it to test it out, or was the kidnapper testing out what happens if I put some money on here?
How's the value been fluctuating on Bitcoin?
It wasn't doing well. Let's see. Bitcoin value right now.
We changed it. It's now Doge.
$66,000.
Yeah.
As of right now. It was up at about 96 on January 15th. So a month ago, 96. It's not been a good ride.
That's why they asked for $6 million in Bitcoin and not a specific amount of Bitcoin.
That's true. Here's one of the neighbors. I don't know if we can hear this. This is one of the neighbors of Nancy Guthrie.
It was something that someone in the neighborhood suggested, and
they've been bringing by flowers.
There's nothing else that we can do to help this family right now or to do anything to bring her back. And so just showing that we care and that we support the family and we support everybody who's, trying to bring her back. I had forgotten that yellow is a symbol that they've used to symbolize wanting someone to come back home safely. Usually you hear about that in war, but
a yellow ribbon around the old oak tree.
And so
yeah,
it seemed like a very good idea to bring the yellow roses. And what else can we do right now?
All right, so that's the neighbors. They're bringing by flowers. However, there's one neighbor who is not on board, and this neighbor just keeps going out in her yard and yelling at all the cops. And she's like,
"Okay,
what if there's a fire?" Here she is, this lady. She goes out every day. This lady right here. And she's like, what if there's a fire?
Oh, yeah.
What's going on? Can we get all the sheriffs off of the street here?
Both hands in her mom jeans.
In the back
clenched
pockets.
Cheeks, just telling them what she believes.
That's a weird move.
Shirt.
Isn't it? Like, the hands in the back pockets.
That means she's
both of them?
pissed.
That's a weird move. She's angry.
If everyone wants to help and all these people are hanging out over there, like, why aren't we doing your traditional search? Like, everyone is in a line, and we're looking for all the clues.
I don't know.
Tracking.
I don't know.
We would have found those gloves days ago.
But that must not be happening because I haven't seen any video of any canvassing.
No,
I haven't seen anything like that at all. All right, I think that'll have to do it for today. God bless you all. God bless Tiny Tim. Thanks for hanging out with us. It's all much appreciated. And we'll see you tomorrow. But right now, let's get out of the way and let's do Today I Learned.
The following information may make you feel smarter, but will not actually increase your IQ. So don't get cocky. Now it's time for what we call Today I Learned.
It is Today I Learned for a Thursday, February 12th, 2026. Today I Learned on the Flintstones. Not only did they famously have cigarette commercials, as Sealand has talked about on the show before.
Have a Winston break.
Have a Winston. They also had alcohol, and they drank and promoted it.
When you're due for a beer, Bush does it. You can't say beer better than Bush.
I would love this stuff, man, if they still did this.
Boy, ain't that the truth. How can they miss with that target advertising?
They would be like
So
drinking
transparent.
beers. Imagine cartoons nowadays drinking beers. It was much more for adults then. All right, and let's see here.
Family Guy drinks beers. He works at a brewery.
I you know what I did like? What's it called? Is it called Happy Time Friends? What's that new cartoon? Happy Tree Friends. Happy Tree Friends. Is that it?
On
I don't know.
Hulu?
That does not look like a cartoon you would watch. It's horror, though, I guess.
It sounds familiar.
That's not it. It's not. It's Happy something.
Happy Time Murders?
No,
Muppets?
it's a cartoon. Somebody get it in chat. What am I thinking of? It's very, very funny. It's on Adult Swim now. It's an.
Is it like bros, like blonde brothers that are all on a couch? Nothing?
No, I don't
Smiling
think so.
Friends?
Happy Smiling Friends. That's it. Happy Smiling Friends. They would probably drink on that. It's a fun one. That's a fun
it's
cartoon.
just Smiling Friends.
Happy. Oh, it's just called Smiling Friends?
Yeah, Smiling Friends.
All right, for final answer, Smiling Friends. if you try to watch it 7 times now, it's just called Smiling Friends.
And
on
we
Adult
have
Swim.
trademark on everything else. That's wrong.
They would put a Winston or a drinking commercial on that for sure.
A Winston break.
Today I learned, let's see here. Let's just move on to the last one because we're running out of time here, as I see on the clock before me. Today I learned this band right here.
Never made it as a wise man.
Nickelback, that is correct. Nickelback's How You Remind Me, the song you're hearing right now, was the most played song for an entire decade. It was played over 1.2 million times on the radio from 2001 to 2009 at the end of the year. In that decade of the aughts, this song was inescapable. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We do appreciate it. We're back tomorrow, same time, same place. Missed any of the show? Get the podcast over at thenewsjunkie.com. We'll see you next time, everybody.